There's a little You're a Manager bar at the bottom of my red app screen that I can't get to go away, and it covers up the chat input box, which is so annoying.
Huh. Weird.
Pop that chat out of there, maybe. We'll resolve it, possibly. Yeah, I'll just leave the chat popped out, man. That makes that easier. Way easier. There we go. Cool. Anyway, we are about ready to get going over here with our starting soon screen up. And I know people can hear us talking because you didn't bother to mute us. So I think I'm just going to sit here and talk about West Virginia beating Pitt in the backyard brawl. I hope tonight. That is my hope. WVU Pitt in Morgantown tonight for the backyard brawl. Can't wait.
Backyard brawl. What's backyard brawl?
It's just anytime WVU plays Pitt at anything, basically, we call it the backyard brawl because they're like an hour from us. Hey, Wheezy already in the house with a heart to get things started off. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Yo, Weezy, what up?
Jack's here over there too. What's up, Jack? Nice to see you. Captain Jack's here as well.
Oh man, today's a big day, y'all. I'm in big update, lots of new changes, all still obviously work in progress, but things are shaping up. So we're gonna rip the new build, talk about it, talk about the challenges we had. We've had lots of challenges, like crazy amounts of challenges. It's been an interesting week, but we made it happen. Zach made it happen, and so did Maggie and Cedric. The whole team made it happen. And now the build's out, so that's exciting.
Wilbert says, what's up, Wilbert? Says, in his opinion, third person just makes the physics seem whack and like it's a mobile game.
What's whack about him?
What's up, Callum?
Third person is obviously still very work in progress. A lot of animation work needs to be done, and some of the physics stuff is going to change based on what you're saying. Like now that we have third person and we can see what looks weird and wonky, it's going to be easier for us to fix it, where before everything was in first person. So a lot of changes will come in the future, a lot of tweaking slowly but surely. Like we just tweaked the bunny hop physics, so a lot of stuff coming. But if you've got specific feedback on what you think is like looks bad, or what was the term you used, whack, let us know specifically, and we'll take a look at it and try to fix it up for you.
I tend to agree. I'm not very good at giving the specific feedback on it, but I think I'd mostly agree with Wilbert so far because I don't have as much fun playing in third person yet as I do in first. I still have to put it in first to really play well. When I'm in third, for whatever reason, I know it's the same physics, I just feel like I'm sliding around a little bit more and struggling to control the bike in the same way.
Yeah, I think one of it, which is something some of our core players have brought us to our attention, is like I don't feel like the back wheel is digging in the way it should. And I think in third person you can kind of see that when you're like riding around, like maybe it's like the pivot point of the bike or something's off, so we need to fix that. So I think that might be part of it, maybe.
That's what it is for me, I think, Joe. I think that's exactly what it is.
Callum, when you guys releasing this update, just came out today if you're on Patreon. So if you're a Patreon member, you can already get this update. We just dropped it like an hour ago. If you're console or whatever, it'll be a couple years probably.
Yeah. But we will have early access to answer your question, Dejo, at some point. We'll do a free demo first on Steam, hopefully this winter is the plan, and then we'll do early access eventually. Currently, you can just play by subscribing to our Patreon and supporting us that way. We just passed 200 days into this project, I think, Joe. Didn't you say?
Yeah. What did I say today? 203, maybe?
Yeah, something like that. Well, I think yesterday was 200, maybe, or the day before was 200.
Let me see. 202 apparently is today. First person camera has changed and gotten a lot better. You see there's an animation, which, I'm curious what everyone thinks of this, but if you pedal now, like this is, kind of see the bike moving back and forth a little bit. If you quit pedaling, it obviously stops. You can see the hands and the shadow of the rider's missing. We know that's a bug for first person, but I think first person's looking nice. The camera and all that stuff had to get completely redone with the new rider and everything. But you know, one of the feedback we've had from you guys a lot is the arms being cut off. You didn't like that in the old version, so we spent a decent amount of time trying to come up with a solution to not have to cut off the arms, but still allowing people to customize their camera. It's hard to have both. That's why a lot of games cut off the arms or clip the arms, is because they want to put camera in places where the body is, and you can't put a camera in a body and still show the body. So, you know, so we spent a lot of time, and Maggie and Zach came up with something that's pretty good. If you want to get crazy and do some pretty extreme camera angles, you will see a little bit of clipping like at the shoulders and stuff, and it kind of fades out there. But I still think this is much better than just chopped off arms. I prefer a more realistic kind of, I don't know. I like my FOV a little tighter. And where do I want this? I like the horizontal to be back about -15. Vertical, I do like it up a little. And tilt factor, I like it 0. Those are my settings, in case anyone's curious, but you can barely see on TikTok, probably. So anyway, want to see what everyone's saying.
Yeah, I've got a few to hop in there. I was just waiting for a second. I want to just say, Yo More says, "What up, Brian? Hope you're doing amazing." And same to you, Joe. Yo, I don't know who you are based on your username. Do you, Joe?
No.
I think this is somebody who knows us, and I just don't know your username. So identify yourself so we know who you are, please, if you'd like to. But anyway, thanks for being here. What's up, Makai? Is over there in the house as well, and Jack is here with us, of course, too. Cactus, what's up? Thanks for hanging. Jack Steer says, "Of course, it may cost a lot, but do you reckon you will eventually get more bike brands in the game?" Yeah, we don't really, you know, we don't have a licensing team, and we don't really have a plan at this point to be paying licensing fees for stuff. So we're just kind of working with brands who want to work with us in ways that are fun and cool for everybody involved. That's how we got Frameworks in, and we'd like to do that Frameworks Enduro bike eventually too, especially if we do some Enduro stuff in the game. But we'd love to get other brands if we can work it out down the line.
Hunter says, "Make sure you add suspension physics." We got suspension physics. Let me show you. If I pop it in third and go fakie, you can see it pretty easily. Let me go down some bumps. But yeah, there's physics and there's movement, both physically and visually. So yeah, suspension's been in there quite a while now. So you can see the front fork and everything compressing.
What's up, Fibu?
Can you control the whips? Yeah, it's all free physics, so you just, you know, you control however you want. Let me go hit this big old hip.
I would say Joe, who is about to show this whips, is actually answering our guy who kept saying add steez. I'm with you, man. We will methodically be adding the steez over time, but I think the steeziest thing you can possibly do is have physics-based whips and flips and things like that, where you can actually show off your style and do it your way. So yeah, we got that stuff in it already. We'll add more over time for sure.
Oh, case the crap out of that hip.
Yo Morai says, "Hey, actually, super curious. Will you ever be adding a point system like in Skate?"
If and when we add tricks into the game, I'm sure there'll have to be some sort of point system. So probably, I don't know. I don't think there'll be a point system for racing until we add like a ranked competitive mode where we've got points paint series. Then there'll be that's kind of point system, but you know, we'll see. Do you have more natural looking tracks like real downhill, not those kind of smooth jump tracks? Yeah, we do. We play one of the new ones. This is a new beginner trail. Well, it's a trail in the beginner section that's more kind of realistic. This is more of the kind of trail I ride in real life. But it's short and sweet because it's going to be in the beginner section where we want players to just kind of learn the ropes of racing on some shorter tracks. And then once they progress and unlock more of the mountain, they'll unlock longer and longer tracks.
Just a quick welcome. We're kind of popping off on TikTok at this point. Thank you guys for stopping by and checking out our game Cranked. If you don't know what this is, it's a self-funded indie effort. We just passed 200 days of development on this game.
Oh no.
We are we're pros. We're old pros in this industry anyway, trying to do something different at this point. We made the Mad Skills Motocross, Mad Skills BMX mobile games, etc. So we've been doing this for a while, but now we're trying to do a self-funded, fully indie effort where we develop this thing in public. And you can play it now by joining our Patreon. If you're interested, there's a link in the bio that explains it all, what you can do, and you can kind of help us build it as we go. Give us your feedback on what you think we should do. We listen. We try stuff that people ask us to try. Some things in this game exist because players in our community suggested it. We hadn't even thought of the ideas before. And it's cheap. It supports indie dev. You can play now. You can play all the builds we have. You get to keep any build that you get while you're subscribing. You can do it for 1 month if you want. And, if you try it and you're not liking it, just tell us and we'll refund your money so it doesn't cost you anything. So if you're into this kind of developing in public with radical candor thing, being a part of it, and actually playing a game that's already super fun, then please consider supporting us on Patreon if you would like. Also, one more thing on TikTok. We tend to play for a while and talk about stuff, and then we come back and we look at comments. And we take a little bit of time to catch up on them and respond. So we do want to respond to comments, but we typically don't just kind of do it all through the stream because it gets pretty choppy and it's hard to do. So anyway, we will do a little round of responses to comments here briefly, but I'll turn it over to Joe for a bit first.
Macog Claw 5 says needs reshading. Yeah, the map you're seeing now is all. Our artist hasn't even touched this thing, but if you go back and look at a couple TikToks from last week, I posted some preview of the new environment Archie's been working on. So you could kind of get an idea for what it's going to look like. It looks almost nothing like this. Almost unrecognizable from what you see here.
And Tyson, the game is called Cranked. You guys can find us on the socials, and you can, again, subscribe to us on Patreon if you want to play right now. Or wait, we'll have a free demo out here within a few months, we think. And if you want to wait for that too.
Yeah, but it's available PC, Mac, or Linux if you join the Patreon. So if you're on any of those platforms, you can play today. And today's a good day to join because new update just dropped. So you'll get a full month of updates, starting with a huge one that just came out.
This is the one that came out today. I haven't even installed it yet, actually.
What up, Aaron?
Tyson, thanks for the follow. And 231 Films, thank you for the follow. Anybody hanging out with us who's not following us, please consider it. You can kind of keep up with what we're doing. And if you're not interested in trying it right now, maybe you will in a few months. And by following us now, you'll remember to check it out later when we're a little more developed than we are right now.
Fibu, is that the name over there? It says nice video I did on YouTube for the update. So I'm going to start doing that for every update. I wanted to make sure I did one for this update because this update, and I wanted to kind of go in more detail in that video, but I didn't want it to be too long. So we'll go in more detail here, but this update's a big change. Lots of things change, so the game does feel different, and I kind of wanted to do an update talking about it just so people know to expect things are going to feel a little different. You know, new rider, new animations, new cameras, some new physics reworks in certain areas. So it's pretty significant, and I think there'll be some people who like all the changes. There'll be some people who like some of the changes. Maybe, so there's going to be some controversial opinions, I believe. So we got to kind of take all that feedback and figure out what to do next. But if you guys are playing, love to hear your thoughts on it. How are things feeling? We wanted to redo the hop physics, which we did. And then we tried to redo the wheelie physics and make those better. And then we realized as we kept messing with the wheelie physics, it really messed with the core riding physics. And we kept going back and forth like, oh, now the wheelies feel amazing. And then it made the riding way worse. And then you fix the riding to feel good. And then the wheelies feel worse. And it was kind of like this back and forth. So I think we're in an okay place. There still needs to be better animations for like turning in a wheelie. I think like leaning and turning in the wheelie is still kind of wonky. So we need to fix that and maybe a few other things. But yeah, it's been an interesting couple weeks. Lots of changes. The camera, like we had to redo the whole cameras, and then that was a whole difference. I was like yesterday, what I was doing was I was recording clips in the old version and in the new version, and then putting them in a video editor and putting the clips side by side and comparing them, trying to make sure we could match the camera up to the old one, because the old one was, I thought, really good and smooth, and the new one we were having issues with it being kind of jittery and not as smooth. And I don't know, it's been a lot of work, and I'm pretty happy and proud that we were able to even get this thing out this week. But there's obviously still a lot to do. And we'll be working on it, but Banger keeps asking if it's going to be on PS5. Someday it'll be on PS5, not today. A couple years probably. We're only, what did I say, 202 days into development, and we need quite a bit of time to make this thing complete and good. So, we don't want to put it on consoles until it's ready. We don't want to rush
When
it.
you're watching this stream, if you look in the upper right of the screen, you can see sort of what phase the build that we're currently playing is in. This was pre-alpha, so we're not even into alpha testing yet. Alpha, and then that'll be followed by beta. So we're pretty early, very early actually. Lucas says, "Holy progress." Thank you, appreciate it. You got it, banger, no problem. Let's see, we got a couple more things here. Julian, my son Julian, our intern, he's a senior at WVU, is in the chat on TikTok. So if Cranked Intern is responding to you, he knows what's up. He's a part of this team. Somebody I saw said, "Where's the other guy?" Julian was on the stream last week, and I was in the chat. So we just kind of, we switch it up. We don't always have the same people doing these things. So if that's who you meant when you said, "Where's the other guy?" Julian's in the chat right now under Cranked Intern.
I'm gonna race a couple new tracks while Brian hangs out and talks to chat and
Cool.
all that.
Cool. Yeah, as you do that, I'll catch up with these folks. Let's see. Do us amazing patrons get a nice alpha badge? Yo Morai wants to know if they get a nice alpha badge.
Patreons will get all kinds of goodies, so don't worry about that. We're gonna take care of anyone who was on the Patreon for sure.
Mystic Marco, what's up?
Stuff.
Welcome. I don't remember seeing your name before, so thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. You ask, when will it be on Steam? We're not sure. We will have a free demo. First of all, you can wish list us on Steam right now, and if you haven't done that, it's really helpful to us. So if y'all haven't wish listed us on Steam and you were so inclined, please consider it. We'll have a free demo on Steam. We think within a few months. We're shooting for this winter is what we want to do. We consider the free demo super important. Generally speaking, people who play this game like it. Sometimes people are critical when they haven't played it, but when they play it, they tend to like it. So our view is kind of, let's get a free demo out. So if people ask, what makes this game different than other games, which I saw somebody just recently ask in the comments, we can just kind of say, well, just play it, and then you'll see. And if you like it, cool. And if you don't, also cool. So but as far as when it's on Steam to buy a final version or even early access, we're not sure yet. It'll be a while still. Julian Gage says to maybe throw up a pinned comment with game name platform. We could try that, man. It probably won't have any impact, Gage, but we could give it a try and see what happens. Go ahead,
I can do it after this run. What's that? Will the FNF? Like the new model, you guys going to work on adding more models now that we have one? So we made a male and a female. Right now the female's in. The dude will come in eventually. And the plan is just to have those two only, but then you can customize them. So you'll be able to change, hair and whatever and clothing and all kinds of stuff. So it'll just be those two, and then you'll be able to change stuff up. That's the plan.
Cool. Pin M is back. Nice to see you again. He asked, did the leaderboards reset?
No, we did not reset the leaderboards.
Henning, thank you for the follow. X3, thank you for the follow. I may have missed some follows here. Let me see. ISO all says, could you do tricks? You can do physics-based tricks at this point. We don't have any animations in the game, so you can use the physics to do really killer whips, flips, front or back flips, 360s. You can scrub off of jumps and shave some time off. So if it's physics-based, you can do it right now. Maybe animation-based tricks in the future, but only if we can figure out how to do them in a way we really think is awesome. We think we know how to do that, but it's more of a future thing. So we want to do more tricks one day. For now, it's all physics-based stuff.
Let me see.
Giovanni, Jensen, thank you guys so much for the follow. I saw another one too. There's a no name. I never know how to thank somebody who doesn't have a username, so I'll just say thank you for that. Tyler, MTB, you guys followed. Thanks again.
All right, pin comments up. See if it does anything. Probably not.
Okay, we'll put some pinned comments up that may answer some questions.
Hey Joe, how is Jake, dude? That's the best question we've had all day.
It is the best question.
Jake's my dog. Jake's doing well. My wife was out of town. She just got back last night, so now Jake's probably doing extra well because he's probably happy that she's back in town. As
I
am
know
I.
you're happy she's back in town.
Of course.
Probably
Yeah,
that first night or two, you're like, oh, it's kind of nice, and then you're bored as hell, and you're like, when you getting back?
Yep. Yeah, he had a rough week last week when she was gone. He was like not eating sometimes and whatever. Kind of got worried about him, but I think he's fine. I think he was just a little missing Laura, maybe. That's why he didn't want to eat.
That was actually right before the stream last week, and we thought there was a chance we were going to cancel it, but Joe messaged us kind of at the last minute, was like, he seems to be okay, let's do it.
Yeah, he's diabetic, so not eating becomes more of an issue because then you got to worry about his insulin and all that sugar levels. And but turns out he was cool. Another improvement. So we're moving up. We're in 6th now. Dude, 4 seconds off though from Mr. Biscuit.
We got a good question from Will the FN over on the Red App side of things. Joe, I'd like to pose it to you and let you answer it.
Yeah.
I'm going to say he, I think it's Will, says, I like the new model. Are you guys working on more player models? And this next part's a great question I haven't seen anybody ask yet. Is it easier to put them in? What's that?
I already answered this.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
I do that sometimes, people. I can float off, or I'm focusing on one thing and somebody says something right around me and I just don't hear it at all. So occasionally I'll do this. It just happens. I used to beat myself up for it, but nowadays I just accept it.
Oh, I went deep there. Maybe that's the key, is not hitting that berm like I like to hit it. 'Cause now it's racing. I'm not trying to go for style, but when I go for style on this run, it's different lines. Let's see if this was better.
Christian's back in the TikTok side of things. I remember you, the Christian with no H.
Oh,
nice to see you, man.
Full second and 0.2. Up to 3rd.
Benedict in class. Nice.
It's pretty good. McKay, I'm coming for you, dude. I don't know if you're playing right now. If anyone's playing in chat, we can battle it out right now.
Makai's hanging with us right now. I don't know if he's playing, but I know he's hanging with us.
We got 3 new trails to run today, so we'll run this one a little bit and then we'll switch it up. Did get a new Patreon member, I think. Let's see. Yeah. Skinwa, I don't know if you are in chat and found out about us here, but if you are, thank you for joining Patreon. Appreciate the support.
Pinham says can't seem to get much faster. I actually had an idea about that I posed to Joe a couple nights ago. We could talk about at some point if you want, Joe. I don't know if you thought much more about it, but so Pinham asks, can't seem to get much faster. Here's the idea I came up with a couple days ago. I mean, I don't know, it's not exactly groundbreaking maybe, but I think it's kind of cool. Is that Joe sort of gets maybe 2 of the best players that we have in the game. I think of guys like Makai or Tails or any of the fast people who are really, really good at this game, continuously at the top of the leaderboards, and they just pick a track and they spend one whole session, maybe on our Discord, maybe not, maybe just them together, where each one has control of the screen at any given time, and they talk about a track. They break it down, how they ride it, how they go faster, how they find the line, what they do. They literally talk about what they're doing, and they have a discussion about it and ask each other questions, etc. And then we just do that methodically for every trail in the game. So every time there's we have a different trail that has racing in it, maybe is what, the way we determine if it's ready for this type of a breakdown is when we get racing in it. Then some of the best people, or maybe 2 really fast people and one slower person, do this. And they just kind of work it out. They talk about what they do, they break down how they go faster. And then if you really want to know, you can just watch that for any trail, and you're going to get better at that trail because you just watched some of the best players in the game compete on it. So anyway, that's the idea. I thought it'll be fun and reasonably easy to pull off. It would get some of our players involved in fun ways if they want to be, and it would be a good historical context or archival content to have on the Red App and other places. You can just go check it out, see how to get faster. That's the idea.
Oh, this is going to be faster. Dude, every run I'm getting a better time. This is the most insane. Still in 3rd, but we're getting close. We're 3/10 off Makai. Someone asked, when's the update out? The update is out. This update is out. It went live today. So if you want to play, we got 3rd person. We got the new rider. We got new hop physics, improved fakie control. Like now you can hop out of fakie much nicer. Wheelies have been changed up a little bit. New cameras, all, new arms. They're not chopped off. All kinds of new goodies. 3 new race trails, 2 new non-race trails, all kinds of stuff. So get the update. If you want to get it now, it's $5 on Patreon.
Tone says, love the progress. Thank you very much. I just want a quick appreciate, as that one online comedian says who cracks me up, Chad. I don't know if you guys know who that is, but he's always giving a quick appreciate. I want to give a quick appreciate to some people who have followed us on the TikTok side of things. Ben Carter, thank you for following us over there. If you're hanging out with us and you just stumbled onto us, consider following us now. You can kind of watch an indie studio develop a game in public. We're only about 200 days into this game. So it is growing and getting better. Also, a quick thank you to Mac for following us. I missed anybody here?
If you're curious what the game name is, you can look at the pinned comment that apparently people don't read.
Benedict, Sean Coates, thank you guys.
It's called Cranked.
No name. Cranked is the name of the game. Luca, Sulo, Hui, thank you guys for the follow.
Patreon didn't notify you because I didn't do a Patreon post yet because today has been very busy. Thank you for reminding me. Let me tell Siri to remind me.
Engage tells us the pinned comment did not stick.
To do a Patreon post.
What's up, Chase? Yeah, there are lots of people in here. Hope everybody's doing great. Ghost 420, what up? Are there tricks in the game? Yeah, at this point they're physics-based tricks. Joe will show you a whip here. There's a little whip. It's all physics-based. We don't have like animated tricks.
Oh, that was actually a sick scrub right there. I'll throw some flips and stuff for you too.
Oh, the pinned comment goes away after a minute. Wheezy
what the heck?
says.
That's dumb.
Wheezy getting steezy.
What's the point of that? TikTok, get your crap together, dude.
CRM Joshua, my moto guy, dropping a friendship necklace over our way, Joe. What do you think about that?
How about
Rocking
like a
his
little
Honda.
flat spin? A moto necklace?
Well,
friendship
CRM
necklace.
Joshua. That CRM tells me he's a Honda guy,
I
probably.
clip that edge. Do we want to keep running this trail? Or should we mix it up? Oh, I'm in first on model ship still. That's what's
That's
up,
420.
guys. That's what's up. You guys haven't beat me there yet?
Nice.
Like, we put in leaderboard
Captain
views
Jax,
so you guys
man,
can
I saw you in second place right there. I'm guessing Joe's kind of busy right now, man. You could probably get past him if you wanted to. He is going fast, Aaron. You're right.
We'll hit up fledging because I'm not in a. What am I in? I'm in 10th at a 48, and first is a 41. So we're 7 seconds off fledging. Let's race fledging a bit.
Hey, Skinwa, thank you for subscribing to our Patreon. Just got a notification and really appreciate that. So thank you for that. If anybody else is interested in subscribing to our Patreon, I'm playing right now. You can follow the link in our bio. I'll show you how.
Oh, it's hard to hit that corner. It's like it's definitely a better line, I think, because you're cutting the main corner, but you come at it at a weird angle, makes it a little harder. Yeah, this is a little tricky. Might have to hop on this after I finish a bowl of chili. Dude, I love chili. Just homemade chili? And if it's homemade chili, can you like give me a quick rundown of your what do you put in it? I like to know other people's chilies. I'm a chili guy, and I usually do 3 cans of beans. I usually mix up the beans, maybe 1 black bean, one pinto bean, 1 kidney bean. I do 4 cans of tomatoes, 2 of which are tomatoes with green chili. Bunch of spices, usually turkey, ground turkey, and then we do like chili mac almost, and I make like elbow noodles. Usually put the chili on top of that. Little cheddar cheese on top, and you have to drink it with a root beer. That's key. You have to drink it with a root beer. Don't ask me why. Try it next time you have chili. That's my jam.
Nice. More hand hearts from our guy CRM Joshua, who also just followed us. Thanks, man.
Your mother made it, dude. It's a great mom you got right there.
We just got a rose too. I can't see. Let me see who it's from. From Olav. Thank you, Olav, for the rose. And Aliyah for the follow. And Weston for the follow. Man,
we moved up 2
popping off
positions.
over here today.
2 positions we're up.
Top 10. All right, I'm gonna watch you race for a little while, Joe. If I missed a comment that y'all made on either any of the platforms we're on right now, please just repost them, because I think I caught up on most of these things, but I probably missed some. So if you still care for an answer, post them. We'll try.
Ooh, up a second at the first split.
What's your take on this track, Joe?
I think it's great. I think it's a great beginner track with a lot of variety. It's got a little bit of tech, a little bit of rocks here and there, but they're not anything crazy. Like, you know, they're pretty just rollable. A couple little jumps that you don't really need to even do anything with. And then a nice little freeway section to end with some rollers and, you know, different lines that you can definitely increase your speed here. But overall, I think it's wide, it's easy, it's fun. I think it's a great trail. Cedric did a great job, as always. Up to 4th. I mean, we're kind of just crushing right now, if I'm going to be honest. Oh, wait.
Nice.
This does...
Luke, thank you for the roses, Luke.
So you guys can see
Much
this chat because I have my thing changed. Let me fix that. Sorry, guys. I didn't realize.
We'll one of these days, maybe we'll get a producer for this thing. Maybe it'll be you one day, Julian. But Luke sent us a couple of roses, much appreciated. And Adam followed us, which we also appreciate. And B Splice did. Thank you. Welcome. B Splice says he keeps randomly seeing these lives, and the game looks better each time. Thank you. It's this team is kicking butt, and we know what we're trying to do. And so far, it has resulted in quick progress. We're still near the beginning of the process, just over 200 days into this thing, but we know what we're trying to make, and we're going to do our best. That's full show. And we just released an update today, by the way. Peace, Place.
And I'm just crushing all the new trails. We got 3 new trails. So for those of you who don't know, this is going to be an open mountain bike game. And we're slowly working away at our big open mountain environment. You can see how huge it is. It's very big. But this section here, all these trails you're seeing on the screen right now, basically from that rock, the rock at the top of the screen, down is going to be the very first zone a player enters when they play the game. So there'll be one chairlift that takes them up to there, and all of those trails you see right there are going to be the first trails the player plays, 3 of which are the new race trails we just added. So I don't know, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's probably like 7 or something different trails here. So about half of them are raceable. The other half will have other type of challenges on them. So the player will come here first, play these, and then as they play these complete challenges, they'll upgrade their lift pass to one that allows them to get onto more lifts and then unlock other parts of the mountain. So the trails we're doing today are more of the beginner type. They're shorter, they're easier, they're faster. So we're just having fun trying them out. This one's cool because it's got a split lane, so you can take the slow way around here, or you can take the shortcut. Go ahead, Brian.
I was just going to say, some of y'all know we're having a play party on Monday here in Morgantown, West Virginia, where we are having the backyard brawl. West Virginia is playing against Pitt tonight, by the way, and I will be there excited, hopefully for a Mountaineers win. But anyway, on Monday, we're having a play party at Pathfinder, our local bike shop. And this is going to be the competition track, I think we decided. Right, Joe?
Yeah, I think it's the best one.
Yeah, so Fledgling is going to be the track if you're going to come to this party and you want to compete. There's going to be, all day long, there'll be a qualifying procedure where people can kind of set their best time, and that'll create our finalists. And then at the end of the party that night, we'll have a live competition where every finalist gets like 3 attempts maybe. And it'll be the same track all day, just because new players, that way they don't have to learn a bunch of tracks, immediately. And it's going to be this one, Fledgling. So if you're going to attend that party, you may want to start practicing on this track.
Another improvement. Just keep improving. That's what's fun about brand new tracks, is it's easy to get improvements.
Here's one for you from the Rumley Joe. Would you guys create trick maps? And I guess what you mean is like... I guess you mean like jump track, just like straight up jump lines where every jump is intended to be a place you can throw some...
Yeah, I mean, our plan is to have a big open mountain environment where it kind of lends to all sorts of riding. So there will be trails on here that are meant for racing, meant for freestyle. There'll be dirt jump trails for, dirt jumpers. There's going to be a variety of different stuff. I don't know if we'll make a whole specific map only for tricks. We will have modding, though, so if a modder wants to do something like that, which they will, they can. Gage is downloading a new build right now. Sick. I just keep improving my times. This is kind of ridiculous. Oh, someone just beat me, though. Who was it? I don't know. 41 at the top. Eros Yerde. I don't know.
Who is Eros Yerde? I don't remember that name. Do you?
No.
Have you seen that name before? If you are here, identify yourself, please. I saw, we did have somebody say they were second.
Oh, that was fast. Come on, land it. Is the game out? Technically, it's out if you're on PC, Mac, or Linux in like a pre-alpha stage. You could join our Patreon. If you're a member of the Patreon, you get early development builds. If you're on console, you got to wait till it's further along. But yeah, if you're on PC, Mac, Linux, you can get it now. Check the link in the bio. $5. Oh, that rock sent me. But that would have been a good time, I think. Where we're at, yeah, we would have had a good time. Bummer.
The Rumley says, we miss the old games where you had to actually try something several times to get past something. Maybe you need a specific speed to make a specific jump to excel to the next area, something to make. I think this game is so much like that. The easy tracks maybe not so much. The simplest tracks aren't really designed that way, but when you start to get into the more tech things and the more difficult trails.
Yeah.
Going fast and hitting the right lines is crazy difficult, and it's very Mad Skills motocross like in that you hit restart, you mash the restart button over and over and over again as you're searching for that perfect run, or at least a better run than your best for now. So I think this game's very much like that. If you haven't played it, maybe give it a shot. You could subscribe to our Patreon and play it now, or just follow us so you know when we have the free demo out here this winter.
Here is a non-beginner trail, and you can see just how much harder it is. So, like, just getting top to bottom on this thing quickly is difficult. There's also, like, this one, which you'll see has got some, like, skinny North Shore type stuff on it, which makes it harder.
What's the recommended graphics card? We have somebody asking. Well, I will say this game could be played on a potato. Do we have different graphics settings? So we don't really have official recommendations, do we, Joe?
No, not yet. It's too early for that. We'll put out recommendations once the game's completed, or more complete, but it runs on pretty much a potato at this point. If you do go on Patreon and spend the $5 to get it and it doesn't run, you can just message me on there and I'll refund your money.
Philippe, the game engine is Unity. We made the Mad Skills Motocross, Mad Skills BMX games before this, and we did all that in Unity. And our dev team's super talented in that engine, and they felt they could build the physics we had in mind in that engine the best, and it's been the right decision for us, so, for sure, definitely.
Oh, see, some trails are harder than others, but I'm going back to the new ones because that's where I'm having fun right now. This looks sick. Thank you. Add more graphics. Yeah, Maggie's working. Go check out a post. Like if you go to our TikTok feed and look at a post from last week, I think I posted twice about the new graphics that Maggie's working on, and you'll see kind of how they're shaping up. They look way better than what you see here. I should have fired up a scene that I could play that video with. I could do that right now, but I'd have to quit playing for a couple minutes. If you guys want, I can do that. You let me know.
Christian, we have not used Unreal before. I mean, maybe some of the people on our team have at some point in their lives, but we never used Unreal as a company before. Beck, thank you for the follow, or for the share rather, very, very much, and Oscar for the follow. I missed some more follows probably.
Rumley, are you going to add customization, bikes, gloves, tires, etc.? Yeah, we will for sure. Right now, this is our new rider. We just put in its placeholder. Like, she doesn't even have a helmet yet. We need helmets. We need a lot of stuff. Gloves, all kinds. You will change clothing. You could have like race kits. You could have casual kits, shorts, pants, whatever. You could pick male, female, hopefully hair color, and changing different bike types and all kinds of stuff.
I just want to say a quick appreciation to Stewie for sharing the live on TikTok. We're popping off right now. We're at 141. I don't think have we ever had 200 at one time before, Joe, on
yeah,
TikTok?
I think I've hit almost 250 before.
Well, let's see if we can get there again. I don't know. If anybody's feeling it and you want to share, or you want to, I don't know, hang around for a while. Let's see if we can have a good day on TikTok today. It's been great so far.
Dylan, are you going to make it where you can upgrade your bike to make it faster? No, we will not. We're going to have different bike classes. So like this is a downhill bike. We'll have downhill, enduro, trail bike, hopefully a dirt jumper, maybe someday BMX, maybe a hardtail, cross country, who knows? But you'll be able to select different bike types. In the beginning, there'll probably be only one unlocked, and you have to do certain things to unlock other bike types. And they all will have different stats and like physical attributes. But you won't be able to like upgrade the bike to make it faster or anything like that. I prefer when everyone's on a level playing field, always on the same bike. With the same stats and kind of same everything to make it more competitive and fair. And that's kind of the route we're taking.
It's OSX says, if here is a Swiss person, can you pay with Twint on Patreon? I don't know the answer to that.
I don't either.
Know. Probably have to check out Patreon. There's a link in our bio if you want to check it out and follow it. You can see what you can do. And if something happens and that doesn't work, we will have a free demo before too long that people can just try. I can't wait, because I can't wait to just say, play the demo if you want to see what it feels like. That'd be the best thing to do. The proof really is in getting to play this game.
Another improvement, we're in 5th place. I wish we had replays, because I just hit a crazy rock. I want to go figure out what rock that was. Take the drone. If you guys don't know, there is a drone in the game. You can fly around. You can use it to place markers. You can also use it to place ramps. You can't use the ramp in race mode, but like, let's say I wanted to just like free ride something, you can throw a ramp down. I can't do it right now because I'm technically still in race mode, but where was that rock? I think I hit this rock. Yeah, I think I hit this off the corner and just like gapped all the way down. If you could gap it to here, I think that would be insane. And I think I'm going to try it.
Cool. As you try it, I will respond to a few people. Tanner asks, will we have Trek bikes? Maybe one day. We have Frameworks right now. We think Frameworks is about the coolest bike there is. What they're doing is so similar to what we're trying to do too, that we're just sort of like a cultural fit with each other. So we're really pumped to be working with Frameworks, but we'd like to have more bikes in the game. We want to have their enduro bike at some point too. But we'd love to get Trek and the other brands. The Saron guy, did he quit? Christian wants to know. I don't know, man. We still have a ways to go. I would be surprised if he doesn't hang out with us, but I will almost miss him if he doesn't show up. Talking about the Saron that he wants to have in this game, and I still am very intent on riding one of those things. Haven't had a chance yet. Thanks for the follow, in Glaric.
Oh.
Alphabet. The game is called Cranked. It's just about 200 days into development, and you can play it by supporting us on Patreon. And if you do that and you don't like it, just tell us and we'll refund the money that you spend on Patreon. It's like $5 a month, and you get all the builds that we release over the course of that month, and you get to keep them. And they're already just hundreds of hours of playability in these builds already, only a couple hundred days into development. It's just so deep and so fun. But yeah, if you subscribe to us on Patreon, link in bio, and you don't like it, just tell us and we'll refund it. We've been saying that for weeks, and still nobody has actually installed it, actually have played it, and told us they don't like it, they want their money back. So maybe one day that'll catch up to us, but that's what we will do if you want to try it.
Oh, I missed the line. I'm trying to hit that rock jump. You're getting a PC
Nice.
for Christmas? Damn, dude.
Yeah,
Sam's
that's what I was
building
going to say.
secrets.
Nice. Very cool.
Joe, race your time. All right. I got you. Where you at? Which one are you? You tell me which one. How much is Patreon? Patreon's $5 a month. You can just do the $5, download today's build. You could then cancel and still play. But if you keep subscribed, you will get updates periodically. We do a couple a month usually. And if you end up spending 50 throughout Patreon over however many months, then you get a free Steam key when it's out.
Yeah, I mean, we're self-funded, and the reason we're doing Patreon like this is because it can help us do more and get this thing across the finish line and actually make it work. We're going to run out of money relatively soon, and we'll have to figure out a new way to keep this thing going at the pace we want to take it. And the better our Patreon goes, the longer that runway will be. So we're just really committed to making sure that it's a super great value. And there's no risk, so we'll just refund it if you're not into it. But you get a lot for the money, and if you just do it over the course of 10 months for $5 each, then you'll get a key, and you kind of pay for the game in installments. So that's what we're going for.
Are you going to create a mod page for people to download mods created? Yes, it'll be all in game, so there'll be a mod browser within the game, and you can just hop in the game and download mods that way.
I think the modding community in this game is going to be amazing, because I think these physics are so great. When you actually play them, you get a good feel for what it's like. I just think the sort of, as grounded as the physics are and as tight and controllable as they are, people are going to be able to do some really cool things with maps and new worlds that they build. And we are also going to be very encouraging of that, and we'll do everything we can to make it easier for people to do that. So I've got a lot of hope for that modding community, Joe. I don't know about you.
Of course. Modding communities are what bring these games to life, in my opinion.
Keep them to life. Keep them living for the extended period of time, for sure.
Dude,
it's Ollie says, will you hope to add tricks that the players can do? Yeah, you already can do physics-based tricks like whips and flips and 360s and stuff, but we'd like to add animations one day. We don't have a definite plan for that. We have a dream of how to do that. We don't talk too much about that because it involves somebody else, but we'd like to do that one day, but we're not to that point in development.
Oh, smoked
Nice,
your
man.
time, dude.
Let's go see what you got.
Wait, yeah, up to second. Later, dude.
Dude, Eros has more than a second on you still, though. Crazy. Not to take away from your achievement. JFP Bikes, what game? This game is called Cranked. Please consider following us or wish listing us on Steam if you guys haven't done that yet. It's super helpful to devs when you wish list it on Steam. We will have a demo on Steam, Ewan. it's important to us, very important to us, and our goal is to have it out this winter. We'd love to have it as a Christmas gift to drop right around Christmas time if we can swing it, but we'll have to see. Tristan asks, how will you make this better than Descenders? Well, I just think it's different, and it depends on what you're into. I think that there are going to be some people who think Descenders is better, and they're just not going to be as into what we're trying to do. I think you almost have to feel it, what it feels like to play, to know what we're going for and to know how it's so different. But I think that there are a lot of people who already think it's better than anything else they've played because it's just the style of physics we're going for are different than anything else that exists. So this is one of those questions, Joe, where in the future I'll be able to just say, I think you should go check out the free demo and play it, and you'll see what it feels like.
Yeah. Christian said, I think you should work on the mechanics and let the players make trails. Would be easier. I mean, there's much more to a game than mechanics and trails, though. So, you know, the whole point of this, like, open mountain environment thing and the whole core loop and all that, like, you know, you wouldn't be able to just tell the players to, like, go make all that. There's a lot more involved than just the trails. So that's why we're gonna have modding. So we'll create our own kind of world and environment and have our core loop and our own, like, single player mode that'll also work in multiplayer with friends if you want. But, you know, on top of it, we'll have modding. So once all this stuff's kind of done, then players can get in there and mod too. But, you know, we have Ancrast on the team who was a modder for Descenders, and now he works for us. So in a way, we kind of are letting the players create the trails because Cedric is now a paid player who, you know.
Joe, we have a really good question from Cactus22 that I want to pose to you. Cactus, that is far from a dumb question. It's a good question that a lot of people actually won't know the answer to, and it is, what exactly does modding mean? Only making custom maps and bikes, or also other stuff? Like, why don't you give a description of what that means, what it can mean, what you think it'll mean in this game, etc.
Yeah, it's kind of tricky and complicated, and I want to make modding as open and as possible, like as much as we can allow people to do legally. I want to do, but because we're gonna have an in-game mod browser, which I'm not gonna kind of sway away from that. I want to have an in-game mod browser because that's the only way you can have people on console also be able to download the mods, and I think it's kind of BS when PC players get a bunch of stuff and then console players are left out. So because it's an in-game mod browser, we kind of are legally liable for the mods that get created. So, you know, people can't just go in there and make like a Red Bull hardline replica with a bunch of Red Bull helmets and all this stuff, and then Red Bull starts knocking on our door saying, why did you put Red Bull in the game and we didn't tell you you could? You know, so we've got to be careful on the kind of mods that can be done, I think. But with that being said, for sure maps will be moddable, and you'll be able to go in there and mod your maps. I also want, within your map that you create, I want you to be able to kind of tweak physics. So anyone who's playing your map could also have custom physics based on what the modder wanted. So those things for sure. When it comes to bike gear, like bikes, rider gear, all that stuff, I'm not sure, because we do have partnerships with real brands and we're going to put them into the game and stuff, and that might clash with that. So we'll see what happens there. So I can't promise anything. But I kind of want this, you know, I'd love to build the base game and then open up modding as big as we can and let modders take this thing further and make it even better.
Linus, thank you for the follow. Jake and Jace, thank you guys for the follow. Much appreciated. If y'all aren't following, please consider it. We do updates all the time. We do these lives every week. Actually, we do multiple lives most weeks. Sometimes Joe does 3 or 4 solo lives. So please consider following if you'd like to, or wish listing on Steam if you have not already. And Linus, who just followed us, also said this looks good. Thanks, man.
Yeah, my cage is
plays even better than it looks. That's for sure. Makai says, sorry, brother, you are back to 3rd.
How does Minecraft do it? I don't know. I'm not Minecraft, so I have no idea. I know other games get away with it and they don't get in trouble, but...
Are you talking about modding?
Yeah.
Here's the thing about it, though. There's the legal side of it, and there's the we want to be a part of the mountain bike community, and we don't want other people in the community doing things who feel protective of their IP, their intellectual property. We don't want them to think we're horking their stuff, whether it's legal or not. So that's my take on it is, if somebody's brand is going to be in our game, I want to make sure they're okay with it, whether it's legal or not. That's how I see it. Action sports are small, and we want to be a part of that community in a healthy supportive way of other brands just trying to make a go of it. So we don't want people to be able to do things that those people wouldn't like in our game. We've got to figure that side of things out.
Oh man, that turn. Man, we went through some. Go ahead.
I was just going to respond to Luca, who just asked, would you consider a third-person view? Yeah, we have a third-person view. It's still work in progress. It's getting better. We have now that we have the framework spike in the game, and we have our first model in the game. It's a good bit better, but it's a work in progress.
Yeah, today's the first build with the new rider. So today's the first build really that we released where it's no longer like a placeholder rider, placeholder bike. It's, you know, we got our own stuff coming in. The animations are still definitely a work in progress. You can see some of the stuff's off. But yeah, this is the first work in progress version of the new rider and everything.
And we get feedback from our patrons who support us on Patreon and play the game. They tell us what they like, what they don't like, and that's kind of a good bit of what we use to dial this in and make it feel right in the end.
You know, I already got a lot of feedback from the guys about the rider position. It's a little too low, so we need to look into that and see if we can have her a little taller, more like the standing, because this is like her standing tall position. Maybe that's the neutral position. Switch up some things. But anyway, if you want to get in on testing early, giving us feedback, and letting your voice be heard, head over to Patreon. Game's called Cranked.
Cactus, who's being very who's contributing a lot to the conversation today, I think, says has some experience with Unity and would like to make mods someday. Awesome, number one. And number two, if you're not already, consider joining our Discord and hanging out with us over there. If you think you might want to get into the modding community one day, it'd be a good time to start right now, just becoming a part of our sort of day-to-day community on Discord. I feel like it's an awesome Discord community. A lot of people are really getting close, and we're having a lot of cool discussions there. It's very civil. We don't really let people be jerks there. So I absolutely invite you over to hang out with us over there. Let yourself be known, and just become a part of what we've got going on, and you'll be ready to go when we start modding.
I broke something, guys. It's okay, we'll fix it.
Jacob says the game's come a long way. Thank you. We have a long way to go still, but we're trying to make steady progress. And because we're doing this Patreon thing and people are paying for to support us and to get these updates, we feel a responsibility actually to deliver meaningful updates to people regularly so that it's exciting and they're getting a good value for their support. So we are trying. If y'all ever feel like we're not doing that, let us know and we will know we have to hit the gas in some way.
Oh, I lost too much speed for the hip.
Jack, thank you for the follow.
I want to get like
It's
a
Pete.
roll-in for this section. Maybe I'll come up here. Sorry.
It's P says, where can you play and what does it cost? You can play by supporting us on Patreon, and there's a link in the bio that describes all that if you want to check it out. Alternately, if you're not ready to do that yet, we'll have a free demo out, we think, this winter. And, if you follow us, you'll know when it's out, of course. So maybe do that, and you'll know when we are ready to go. That'll be on Steam. You can wish list us on Steam, too, if you like.
Yes, you can fly a drone. Yes, you can use it to drop ramps and markers and put them into trees to do stuff like this. Why? Because it's fun. That's why. Oh, come on. Spin faster. Oh, that was terrible. I just want to do some free riding with third person. One thing we're got to work on is like whips and stuff. You see how there's not enough like body and bike separation? You guys probably noticed this for your riders. Like we got to work on that. A lot of the animations are still in the process, but I'm excited to make it more steezy and stylish in upcoming versions. I don't know what that was. It's all free physics, so you want to get crazy, you can get crazy.
Rupert says, will this have other riding stuff? What do you mean by that exactly? Benjamin asks, can you play on console? You'll be able to eventually. We're not, we're 200 days into this thing, so we're developing it for PC first. We'll get there eventually. We have a ways to go. Chris Too Steezy, thanks for following the host. You are very steezy for the follow. Much appreciated. By the way, if I respond to you on TikTok from Session Syndicate, that's actually me. That's our studio account. It's just kind of sometimes I use it to respond via text instead of talking about it on the stream here. So if you get a response from Session Syndicate, that is me.
Oh, I have trouble with this
Guts.
trail.
Thanks for the follow.
Will there
Rafi,
be
will
a
there be a
lift?
lift?
Yeah, of course
Like
there'll
in the
be-
bike park. Joe,
be a
I'll
bunch of
let you
lifts.
take that one.
Yeah, there'll be a bunch of different lifts. Probably 6, maybe 7. How's the optimization? I mean, we haven't done much with optimization yet. I mean, it already plays on a potato, but you know, optimization stuff comes towards the end of development typically.
Bird Chisel in the house. What's up, brother?
Will it be free? No, it will not be a free game. Double flip? Oh! Is this only mountain bike game or will there be BMX as well? For now, it's only mountain biking, but I do have a dream of adding BMX games. I have a dream that this game just becomes all about bikes. That's why there's nothing mountain bike in the title. It's called Cranked. And anything that's got a crank arm and you can crank, I think is welcome in Cranked. So
My man Brady
someday,
says,
hopefully,
let's go
we'll get more.
Mountaineers. That is right, Brady. Let's go Mountaineers on this backyard brawl day.
Who are they playing?
Pitt, man.
Oh, dude, go Pitt. Yeah, way better city.
I do love me some Pittsburgh, actually, but not Pitt. That's for sure. How long we need to wait for this game, Zero asks us. First of all, Zero, welcome, man. Thank you. I have not seen your name around. You wouldn't have to wait at all if you don't want to. You can support us on Patreon, link in bio, and you can play it right now if you want to. It's also kind of a way to pay for the final version of the game over time. Or we'll have a free demo in hopefully a couple months, 2 or 3 months maybe. You can try it then too. Final release of the game or release of 1.0, we're not sure. It'll be a while still. We'll have early access at some point. But, you know, because we're developing in public and you can play at any time, like release date doesn't mean as much as it does on most games because you can just kind of always play this thing anyway. It's already out in a way.
Aaron, what'd they even say over there? I didn't see that one yet. And if I go look at it now, actually, I could probably look at it on my phone because I'm very curious.
Oh, I didn't notice. What do we have there? What's that game? No
yeah.
username says, I've been watching since you guys started streaming. Keep up the work. Thank you. Thank you for hanging, man. And for the vote of confidence. You're welcome, Zero. Very welcome.
Get that girl on a beach in tanning. Man, some people are ridiculous. You'll be able to change skin color at some point, but I mean, come on. She's a redhead. What do you want?
Yeah. Jay and Danny are asking how much it costs and what's it going to cost on release. Like you can now, it costs as little as $5 via our Patreon, and the link's in the bio. Eventually, we don't know. We've generally said probably $25 to $35, but that's a later decision. That's not really a decision to make right now. So we'll have to see when we get to that point. Not sure. We're committed to value, though. That's for sure. We want the general sentiment to be that was fair, and we'll never have microtransactions or anything like that. So you can count on that. That's not going to happen. So we'll have to charge for it because that's the only way we can stay in business. But it'll be fair, and that's what we want the general sentiment to be. That is like an awesome value for the money. You agree with that, Joe?
Absolutely.
Nice. Zenith says, holy smokes, I love Descenders, so I'm excited about this. Nice work. Thank you. I think a lot of people who love Descenders will also love this game. I don't think it's going to be an either-or thing for most people. I think it will be for some. But for most people, when you actually play Cranked, you'll see how different it is. And it's a different experience altogether. So I hope most people who love Descenders, and I know I've only played a little bit, Joe's played a lot and also likes it a lot. It's a great game. It's just not what we're going for. It's a different experience. For sure. And the more the art develops, because this art is a work in progress, the more it'll look more like Cranked and less like anything else that you've seen, we think. Will it be in the UK? Actually, Cam and Cube, welcome. Will it be in the UK? The UK is one of our strongest supporting countries right now.
I think number 2, maybe.
Yeah, ton of people are interested in this game from UK. A lot of our most active players are from the UK who hang out with us on Discord. And when we look at like geographic analytics and stuff, it always seems like the UK is up near the top.
Seeing a game like Descenders, are you tracking the mistakes they've made and trying to be a better dev? Yeah, I mean, coming out with a mountain bike game in a goal of making it worse than the other games would be silly. So, obviously, we're playing all the competitors. We're up to date on them. I've been playing these games since I was a little kid. So it's like, this is my passion. This is what I care about. These are the kind of games I've been playing ever since Tony Hawk's Pro Skater came out, and Dave Miro's Freestyle BMX, and Matt Hoffman's game, and so it's been a lifelong thing for me, and learn from mistakes and successes from all those games, and you kind of, between that and all my experience real riding and trying to put all that stuff together. Also,
well, not to mention the mistakes we've made making our own video games, because this is like the 9th game I think we've worked on total, including all the Mad Skills mobile games.
Yeah.
And we made lots of mistakes and did lots of things that later we thought we could have done that better, or kind of felt like we stepped away from something that was important to us and in chasing something else, and it didn't work out so well. So I think more than anything, we learned from what we've done in the past, and we're trying to do the best we can do, learn from our own mistakes, not somebody else's. That's how I would answer that, Joe, personally. Alfie, thanks, man. It's 200 days in. The artwork is very, very new. This is pre-alpha stage stuff, so we're just sharing what we're working on very, very early. Most devs don't really show you behind the curtain as we're doing right now, so maybe that doesn't matter to you. But if it does, maybe it'll explain to you why the game looks the way that it looks right now. It's a work in progress for sure.
It's fun as hell, though, dude. Fun. I can never stop playing once I start.
FRXD, we did make Mad Skills Motocross, yeah, and Mad Skills BMX, Mad Skills Snowcross, Mad Skills Rallycross, and all the incarnations of that from the very beginning. Where Joe and I are on the ownership team of that company even.
Oh, my mom. Oh, man. Sorry, Mom. I forgot to tell you we were starting an hour early. That's why you should be on the Discord, because you would have been notified. Why aren't you in Discord chatting with the community, Mom? That's what I want to know.
What's up, Karen? Jarrett asks, is the map procedurally generated? That answers one of the questions when people ask how we're different than Descenders. We don't have procedural generation in this game. All of all our trails have been built by Antgrass, crafted, I would say, by Antgrass carefully. We take every trail seriously. I know in Descenders, the modding community is making actual trails. That's not procedurally generated, but our entire game will be handcrafted trails. There won't be any procedural generation in this game. Certainly not from a trail perspective. I guess it's possible. Do you think there's any chance that there'll be procedurally generated environment art? That won't even be necessary ever, will it, Joe?
Nah, I don't think so.
I don't think so either. So, yeah,
Ooh, I went deep there.
Can you whip and table? You can definitely whip, and it's all physics-based.
You just throw the bike around. We're still working on like animations for it and stuff. You can kind of do what looks like a table. Let me go find a jump. Like if you pull the sticks apart in the air, it kind of looks like a table. Not really. So some people do that and pretend it's a table, but we'll add like proper tricks in the future.
Yeah.
Is this the only map for now? Yeah, and this will be the only map at launch most likely, but it's a massive open world environment that'll have probably 40 or 50 or more trails, 6 or so chairlifts, bike shop, coffee shop, hidden Easter eggs, secret trails, hidden caves, animals, like all kinds of goodies and fun stuff will be had in here. And then in the future, we'll release new biomes of new maps, like a desert one, maybe an urban one, with all new challenges, things to do, all that kind of stuff. How many trails do we have in the game now? Let's see. Raceable 1, 2, 7, 8, 9 trails here. Raceable 4 trails on the other map. So that's
13
trails that are raceable, and then there's a ton of trails that are not raceable. So we've got to be well over 20 at this point, because I could count. Let's see. You've got one over there.
Kind of work in progress trails, I guess.
2, 3, 4, 5. There's probably another 6. Yeah, I think we're getting close to 20 trails already.
YT Gear, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. If y'all aren't following and you want to watch some people develop a self-funded indie game in public, where we're showing everything we do and discussing every decision we make with radical candor, follow us. Follow along, check it out. We'll have a free demo here soon enough. You can try it out. We're pre-alpha. It's super early. Or you can support us on Patreon with the link in the bio if you want to. play right now. That's how you can do that.
What controls tree placement? Who controls tree placement? I think it's a combination of both. I mean, Maggie's going to be the final one who goes in and decorates stuff. If Cedric wants trees on the trail or around the trail, he'll place them, and then Maggie will like swap them out. But Maggie said she wants to add more trees around and on trails, and I said, go wild, do what you want, and if we don't like placements of them, we'll let you know and we'll move them. But they both handle trees. I'm just trying to decide what I want to race. Do I want to race? Do I want to free ride? I'm bumping down. I'm still first on this one, and we're 7th and 6th on these two. Let's go for the one we're on 7th.
While you're doing that, I'll catch up a little bit here, Joe. YT Gear, thank you for the finger heart, man. Much appreciated. And Bailey for the follow. And Bamboozlin' Bruv. And Mark Ozzy for the follow. Appreciate you guys. YT Gear with the heart me. Much appreciated. Faux show.
Yes, there will be cosmetic customization and tons of it. That's our plan.
Yeah. If y'all know what Cranked Collabs is, it's a thing we do where you can reserve in-game t-shirts just by having a code, basically from hanging out with us on this live stream. Next week, we're going to stream at a different day and time. Because next week, I think, we're not sure what we're going to do from streaming next week, because Joe's going to be here in Morgantown.
I think we could stream. I think we could stream the finals for that event. Yeah. But other than that, I think maybe that'll be the only stream. I think it's probably too much for us to try to like put together a regular stream next week.
Yeah. So next week, it may be the first week since we started doing these dev streams where we don't have this type of stream. But Monday night, probably going to be hard for our European players, unfortunately. But Monday night, we're having our bike shop party at Pathfinder, and we're going to have a competition with the finals. And we're thinking about streaming those finals so people can kind of watch the finals and see how they do and who wins the first championship. We'll see how it goes. Zay asks, is it for PC only? You can play it on PC, Mac, and you can sideload it and play it on Linux now at this point too. That's it for now. Eventually we'll move on to console, but we have to do PC version 1.0, and that's going to take us a while. So consoles are a ways down the line.
Yeah, PC, Mac, Linux. He meant you could take the Linux build and sideload it on a Steam Deck. That's what he meant.
That's what I meant to say. You can sideload it on Steam Decks, right? Sorry.
Or on any Linux computer you could play too.
Yeah. Do y'all think it'll come to GeForce Now? Joe, I'm going to let you take that one.
I have no idea.
Do you know what that means?
Is GeForce, I mean, GeForce is an NVIDIA thing. Is GeForce Now like a NVIDIA game subscription or something? I don't know.
Sometimes we say these things, and you could probably tell that we were making mobile games for a long time, because there may be things that are obvious in this world that we don't know yet. That's just the reality of it, I guess. We're learning now as we go. Rio, that's a good question. Is it going to be like, first of all, welcome, Rio, and everybody else who's hanging out with us. Our live's doing great today, and you guys have been following us and sharing the lives and all that stuff. We appreciate that. Asks, is there going to be like night, day, rain, morning, etc.? I'll let you take that one, Joe.
We're going to try. We've talked about it a lot, and we know the community really wants that. A lot of feedback we've had is people want that kind of stuff, and I think that would definitely be something that could set us apart from other games as well if we have like cool weather and different night cycles. Day-night cycles. So yeah, it's on our radar. We want to do it. We've got ideas on how to do it, and hopefully we'll get it at some point. It's not high priority right now. We need to get the basics done, but in the future for sure. The GeForce Now thing is the streaming stuff. Yeah. Is streaming, is it better these days? Because I know back in the day it always kind of was crappy. So I don't know. I don't know how to get it on there. But Brian, basically what it's a service where like if you don't have a gaming computer, you could still play games, but the game runs on a gaming computer in a server somewhere, and it's like streaming remotely to your computer.
Got it.
But there was always some latency, and for a racing game like this, where I don't know how good it would be. I think for like shooters and racing games and stuff, it's less good, but maybe it's improved these days.
Jay, I'll be back in a second, brother.
Yep. You should make it to where you have to drink water in the game. You don't get dehydrated. That's funny. I do have an idea for a cross-country style race mode where you would have to like stay hydrated and like eat goo packs and all that kind of stuff. So maybe you kid, but that might come someday. I don't know if I'm going to get better. I feel like I'm tapped out. Dude, you got first place on Lakeside? Look at you go. 46 or... Oh, you're only a second. 1.2 faster than me. As devs, do you believe in doing exactly what consumers want or ask for as much as you possibly can? Do you believe in doing exactly what consumers want or ask for as much? Oh, I see what you mean. Okay. There's a mix, right? Because you're going to get people who say, dude, it needs to be super hyper realistic and I want all this. And other people are like, I want it to be very arcadey and da-da-da. So you can't listen to everyone because a lot of people disagree on things and there's conflicts of interest there. So, or conflicting opinions is a better way to put that. So, you can't listen to everything. And we have a vision. I had a vision for this game going into it before we made it public. So it's not like we were like, let's make a mountain bike game. What does everyone want us to make? So, the core basis of the game and kind of like the core pillars and all the things that we want in the game aren't, necessarily going to change. But when it comes to things around it, we try to take as much feedback as we can. But we also, we want to get the opinions of more than just one person. And if it's, if we start seeing the same thing hundreds of times, then it's like, okay, it seems like a lot of people want this. We should put it in the game. So I don't know. I've been making games for like 13 years and the whole, most of the time it's been a game designer and a lot of my time was spent community managing and taking feedback, deciphering what we should do, what we shouldn't do. And I feel like that's kind of a skill I've maybe gotten kind of good at is understanding what to listen to, what not to, what to put in, what not to put in. So there's kind of a balance to be made. You can't do everything. You also have to think about what it costs and the team and the skills of the team and what we're capable of as with such a small team. So there's lots of things that go into it. But, you guys are coming up with amazing ideas, and the more of your ideas we can put in, I think the better the game will be. That's why we're on Patreon. That's why we're trying to raise more money. That's why we're trying to get your opinions. So it's a balance.
Joe, our overlay's off.
Oh, sorry. I need to set it up to where that overlay just automatically changes back after like 15 seconds or something in case I forget. I don't know if I'm going to get any faster racing. I wonder if I should just go do some free riding at this point. I could try model ships again. I'm getting close to being beat on model ships now. We're only a couple tenths away. Are people going to be able to make their own maps? Yeah, Rio for sure. Will it be third person? Yeah, there already is. It's a work in progress. This is the first build with the new rider and third person and the new cameras and everything. We just dropped it today. So if you guys want to get playing now, Mac, PC, or Linux, Patreon is the place.
Link in bio, boy.
And now's the time to get in because we need a lot of feedback. Rider position, animations, what feels good, what doesn't. The physics are still being tweaked. A lot of the groundwork stuff is still being worked on. So if you want to have some say in that, now's your chance to get involved. Oh, whoa. Did not expect to have a fast time. Just first rip on this trail. See if we can hold this together.
Keep it going. 251 Starkey wants to know if it'll be anything like MX bikes, the dirt bike game. We get that a lot. Joe and I have been making motocross games forever because we made Mad Skills Motocross, so we very aware of MX bikes. I made motocross magazines for a long time too, so that's the world I come from. Love that game. It's super impressive. It's very difficult to get good at it. Very difficult to even be kind of bad at it, actually. Physics are unparalleled. They're amazing. There are things about Crank that people think feel like that game, but it's nowhere near as difficult to play. Crank is pretty easy to start playing, but to get fast, it's much, much more difficult. So I'll let you kind of give your take on it because I know you've played a lot more of those games of MX bikes, Joe. But what's your take on that question?
How many hours? I'm just curious how many hours I have in there. Probably not that many, but I get frustrated and I get annoyed with the modding situation. I just want to download stuff in the game. I get it though. I got 60 hours in MX bikes. Not too bad. I do love MX bikes though. But I said in the very beginning to the team, I would like the controls to feel similar and feel almost as if you were a badass MX bikes player. Like take the learning curve out of MX bikes, but make it feel just like you're kind of in full control and destroying the trails. And that's kind of how it feels. A lot of people have said it feels like a mix between Descenders and MX bikes, physics-wise. So kind of like that.
Cameron says, asks, do you think Mavericks will be better? I mean, I think, we wouldn't be making this game if we thought somebody else was making a better game. We're making a game that we think is going to be the best because we're making it the way we want to make it, and we're making the kind of game we want to play. I think there will be some people who think Mavericks is better, and some people who think Descenders is better, and some people who think Riders Republic is better, depending on what you're into and what you're looking for. But what do we think? I think this will be the best. I think it's already the best mountain bike game there is, but this because we're making the game we like. But ultimately, it matters what you think. So I would like to know if you ever try Cranked, what you think is better, and if if regardless of which one you like, why you prefer it. I would be interested to know that. So I will flip the question to you, my man, and see what you think.
If you want more responsive controls and physics-based controls and no canned animations and free whip physics, and you're more into like the MX bike style of play, but not quite as difficult, then I think you would prefer Cranked more than Mavericks. Mavericks is very animation based, and it's not quite as like responsive and controllable as our game. You know, for example, whips in Descender or in Mavericks is like, what is it, like the stick down into the side as on takeoff, where in our game, like you know, and then it triggers a whip animation in Mavericks. But in our game, you just move the sticks freely and there's no animation for a whip. Like it's up to you. Like right here, I could scrub this just by moving the sticks around. It's not an animation for a scrub. It's just me controlling the bike and the rider, as you would in real life.
Captain Jack says MX Bikes is the Dark Souls of racing games.
There you go. It's true.
Whoople or Whoopie says, I've played Mavericks and Descenders, and I must say Cranked is way cooler. So there's one person who prefers what we're going for. The main thing is it doesn't feel anything like those games. So when you actually get a chance to play them all, you'll see Cranked is a very different beast than anything else that exists. And I think some people are going to like it better. Not everybody, but some will. We just hope enough do that we stay in business and we make a fun game and we can kind of grow it to really match Joe's ultimate vision. And I would say the whole team's vision, because the farther we get into this, the more I think Joe's vision is becoming the collective vision. It's driven by Joe.
Oh.
But, you know, we have a passionate team working on this thing, and everybody's got ideas, and everybody's starting to see how they think it should develop.
God, please, no! No!
Sorry, I had to do that because it was bad. Will there be multiple maps someday? We're doing it's open world, though. There's already 2 maps, technically. But this one's open world. We've got plenty of trails in the game. You'll be able to explore this place to your heart's content. But in the future, we do plan to add different maps and like different biomes, and there'll also be modding, so we'll have plenty of we're on a heater.
Rylan says game's starting to feel more and more like MX Bikes. It's already 10 times better than Descenders and Riders Republic. Thank you very much. I'm glad you feel that way. I know not everybody will, but it's and I don't need you to dislike those games, but I'm glad you like our game. That's really great. Anthony Morgan says the one thing I can't get around is Crank's cartoony style. I do think the style is going to, you know, style is style. It's a very subjective thing. So not everybody's going to be kind of down with what we're going for. I will just say the approach we're taking, while wanting to be style and cozy and warm in that way, is also designed to be accessible to a lot of machines. The accessibility of Cranked is very important to us. We want everybody to be able to play it. And if you have to have a quantum computer to make it run well, it's not very accessible. So we're keeping that in mind as we do this, build something that runs well. So the gameplay is as good as it can be. Joe, anything to add to that?
Let me try to see if I can find the clip. First of all, let me see what you're seeing on TikTok. And then this is going to be screwed up for a second, but I'm going to fix it. So just bear with me. Bear with me, and I will get you guys a clip of the new environment.
While you're looking, okay. We've got that up, and I'll just kind of address some comments here while we got this going on. Is it going to be free? Waylon says no, because in order to make a game free, I mean, you can do it and be on Game Pass, of course, but generally speaking, there are microtransactions, and we'll never have microtransactions in this game. So it's going to be a paid game, but it'll be a fair price. There will be a free demo, hopefully within a couple months, 2 to 3 months maybe. Coming to Xbox, Edgar wants to know eventually. Yeah, we're still in pre-alpha on PC, so about 202 days in, I think Joe said. So we've got a long ways to go before we go to console, but it's important to us, and that's part of the plan, yeah. Edgar says, let's go, and I'm going to answer Mountaineers. I think that's what he's getting at. I'm guessing we have a WVU fan there, maybe. James, we just kind of answered your question. Why should we play this instead of Descenders? Just like a minute ago, basically. It just feels very different. If you support us on Patreon and you play it and you don't like it, we'll just refund your money. And that way, if you're interested in knowing why you should play it, you can just try it. And if you don't like it, just tell us. We'll send you the money back. It was free and no big deal. So, or wait for the free demo that's coming out soon. Then you can play it and see. But it doesn't feel anything like any of the other games out now.
That's why I kept getting good times, is I accidentally selected Baby Monkey to race against. Whoops. No wonder. But yeah, I see that you did just get me by a 10th, and now I have work to do. If you guys don't know, on the leaderboards, you can click on a name, and whoever's yellow is going to be who you're racing against when it comes to the split times. So I prefer to race against myself usually, but for now, let's actually go against the top person who's in chat over on Red App, and we'll see if we can beat him.
Cool.
Probably not because it was fast time. But anyway, whoever was talking about the art style, and I know maybe cartoony or whatever, but maybe this looks better to you, maybe it doesn't, but that's more in lines with where we're going in the end. We want it to be cozy and artistic and warm and bright and nice and cozy.
We'll never nail style for everybody, though. I mean, people like things to look differently, and you know, it could be that some people just aren't into this because of the way it looks. That could happen. I mean, probably will happen to some extent.
That's also a work in progress. Maggie, I think, spent about a week fixing that up, and you know, she's going to have many, many more months or years to be working on stuff. So it'll shape up. It is hard to please
Joel
everyone.
T, thanks for the follow. Mitchell, thanks for the follow, guys.
But also, in my opinion, I don't know. You know, you can go the realistic route, and I think realistic graphics are cool sometimes, but I also think they get overdone. And I mean, we live in realistic. Like, we live in light. Like, you know, I don't know. To me, video games are an escape, and it's like a time to kind of be more artistic and different. And I don't know. I think I get bored of realistic graphics myself.
Giacomo, thank you for the follow. Max, thank you for the follow. If you guys aren't following, please consider it. Excuse me.
Will you fix the suspension? What's wrong? What do you not like about the suspension? Give us specifics, and then maybe we could fix it up. It is animated and it is moving. Like, it's hard to see, but it is doing its thing. If I go fakey, you can see it better.
Harry Sav, just saw you shared the stream. Thank you for that. If y'all feel inclined to share, help us keep our numbers up to date, we would appreciate it.
Oh, ooh, that's a different line. That's a root. Yeah, we will eventually add tricks. Lara. That's the plan.
Alfie Jack, thank you for the follow. I got a question for our the people hanging out with us today. What do y'all think about enduro? Anybody here race enduro? Anybody here interested in the sport? Follow the sport? What's your general take on the discipline of enduro riding, enduro racing, and mountain biking?
I see a comment about making an MX game. Go follow LCQ Studios. I think they're making an MX game. That would be kind of the vibe of an MX game I would want to make, and I hope someday Hodge and I can work together in the future on both maybe this game and an MX game. So we'll see.
Also, we made 3 MX games. We made Mad Skills Motocross 1, Mad Skills Motocross 2, and Mad Skills Motocross 3, and had about 175 million players in those 3 games alone, I think.
Yeah, probably the biggest motocross game on mobile, I would think.
I think it's big. I think Mad Skills Motocross. If we're talking about motocross games, I don't know how there's ever been a bigger game by the numbers motocross game than Mad Skills.
People
Bike
playing?
Race
No way.
probably had more installations over time than Mad Skills did, but Bike Race isn't a motocross game. It's a you know, it's like a doodled, hand-drawn obstacle course game. Mad Skills Motocross has got to be the biggest motocross video game of all time from a sheer numbers perspective. Has to be. Can't prove it, but I don't know what would touch it. If you count all 3 of them, especially.
Will it be coming out in 2026? The plan is to launch in early access on Steam in 2026. That is the goal. But we'll see
Kurt
what
and
happens.
Josh, our Mad Skills guys, have put in a bunch of time on our games, Joe.
Nice.
If you guys like those games, this game Cranked has a lot. You can tell the guys who made Mad Skills made Cranked because it has that same. Tracks are tough to, you know, you can get through them, but to get through them fast takes a lot more work. You have to restart a lot. That same dynamic exists in Cranked if you're in racing mode. The one thing that's a lot different is this game's going to have free riding, world exploration, that type of stuff. Mad Skills Motocross was all racing. In this game, racing will just be one of your options. Nice. Logan likes Mad Skills BMX fun. Logan, did you like Mad Skills BMX 1 or 2? Did you ever even play 1 when you swiped up and down? I wonder if you ever got a chance to try that mechanic.
You know what I just thought of?
What's that?
I wonder if Patreon has a free trial period. Because what we could do I'm just brainstorming off the top of my head. I'm not saying this is happening to anyone that's listening, but I was just thinking, because someone said, can I get a month's worth of Patreon free? So then I was thinking, what if like the $10 tier, whatever tier, had a free like 7-day trial, so people could do the thing, download the version, try it, and then decide whether they want to.
Yeah, let's look into it.
You know,
let's look into it. That could be like a good bridge until the free demo is ready, where people can actually try it. That's what we want. We want you all to try the game. That's when it like hits home. What we're working on is when you get to play it. So,
I mean, the thing is, like, the people who've played it, the feedback we've had has been overwhelmingly positive. Like, the amount of people who've played it and are like, this is horrible, is none. So the more people that play it, I think the more people will be like, oh, okay, yeah, this is actually super fun.
I'm gonna drop a huge appreciation to Julian, my son, who's cranked intern in the TikTok comments, because he's doing some serious work in there answering questions. Thank you, son. Appreciate it very much. It makes it a lot easier when I see you in there answering people, and I know that they don't feel like they're being ignored. Didn't get too much about Enduro. I saw one person said they were into it. Anybody else here?
Yeah, I think you're right, Makai. I think so. I need to look into that.
What did Makai say? Oh,
he
free
thinks
trial
Patreon
option,
does.
I believe. Yeah, we're gonna look into that. We could always just give it a try and see how it goes, Joe. You know, you wouldn't have to commit to it if we do something and it breaks something.
Yeah,
I like it, man.
Guys, I'm just looking very quickly. I know you probably like, don't do that, but I just want to see something. Because the person who asked, I mean, if I fired this thing up for you right now, that would be wild, huh?
Makai says it's like a 7-day thing before you pay. So that would mean essentially you could subscribe that way and get like whatever the current build is, probably is what you would get. If you don't,
it's literally a toggle. So I could go to any of our tiers and just hit a toggle and you get a 7-day free trial.
Joe, are we going to kind of demonstrate to the people who are hanging out with us what we mean when we say we work in public right now? Is that what's about to happen?
I think my deciding factor is going to be, is that guy still in chat? Who was it that said that?
Express yourself. If you said this to us and you wanted to know if you could to do this, you may impact
Samuel
the ability
C.
for
123. Are you still here? Samuel C. 123. If you're still here, I will hit the button
I can
to
tell
make
you.
a free
I'll look
trial.
on the viewers and see if Samuel's here. But I don't know, because I never liked when like one person in the class did something wrong and everybody in the class got punished for it. I think that's inherently unfair. So I would say it's inherently unfair to everybody who might be interested in this free thing if we penalize them because our guy had to duck out to walk the dog or something. I think we should make the decision based on what's right, Joe, not on whether or not he's here. That's my take.
I mean, what are the downsides? How many people pay $5 now to subscribe and cancel immediately just because they want one build? All those people will lose out on. That's one downside.
Yeah, but they know what the game is. They know if they, they'll get an idea of what we're going for. Maybe sometime in the future they'll be more interested in when we get a little farther down the line. We can turn it off if it doesn't work for us or if it's hurting us in some way.
Yeah. Red App regulars over there. Any thoughts on 7-day free trial option? I think I would do it on the $10 tier. I think that's the way to do it.
No, there's no way to lock someone out after playing after it runs out, but they won't get any more updates. They would just get whatever they downloaded during that time. We wouldn't put any time into trying to lock them out of being able to play the game that they got during that. I think we would do this knowing if you get a build during that free demo, you're going to get to keep it, and that's how it's going to go.
People would make a new account every month for each build. I think Patreon's pretty good at blocking that kind of stuff. If we've learned anything about it, then we know Patreon will block that.
Yeah, and I mean,
if someone likes it enough to just make a bunch of accounts and get away with it, then I guess.
Our whole philosophy here is we're trying to make something that is done in the right way, with heart and with love, the best that we can possibly do. And that's going to be enough for people to want to support us. There will be times when people look for ways around or pirate what we do. We know that's going to happen all the time with the Mad Skills games. People stole our stuff and gave it away all the time. We didn't make our decisions based on that. We just did our best work and put it out there for the people who are legitimately supporting us and wanting to keep us in business. I'm not worried about that, personally, Joe. I would be fine with you toggling it on right now.
I just did.
Boom.
So there you go. If any of you want to play for free, now you can go get a 7-day free trial on Patreon on the blue tier.
Just like that. Wow.
So there you go.
You know, that's one example of how we work in public. Literally, Joe just got an idea. We discussed it here live with, 160 or 170 people hanging out with us, made a decision and went. We don't have stakeholders we have to run things by. Joe is the game director and can make a decision about what we're going to do with this game on his own. It's quick. There's no bureaucracy to it, and we just try to do what's right. So. Also, sometimes we'll have something we want to discuss for the first time, and we'll literally save it to these streams so we can kind of do it in public and people can be involved. If that's your thing, maybe give us a follow and see what we've got going on over the coming months.
Oh, man. Controller. And we do have mouse and keyboard controls, but I think we're going to remove them. So that's another conversation we could talk about today. I mentioned it in the patch notes today for the update that we did add some missing keyboard controls. So now the keyboard controls for the drone and to change cameras are in there. But I'm kind of a believer, and so is Zach, that keyboard is not the way to play this game. It's not fun or as fun. It's a worse experience, and we kind of want to just force people to have to use a controller. We understand that that'll block some people out, especially we've heard some use cases that make sense, like kids want to play in class. Whether you support kids goofing off in class playing video games or not is not my business, but, you know, I get that you couldn't have a controller playing in class and you want to play on keyboard. So that is kind of the best use case that I've heard of so far. But we're a tiny team. We have one programmer, and for him to have to like manage all the different controls on both, and you know, I don't know. I'm in the boat of wanting to remove it, but I'm curious how many people would care.
Patrick just pledged Patreon support for us. Thank you very much, Patrick. Much appreciated.
I did just toggle the free trial, so if anyone wants to try it here for free, you can now go to Patreon and get a 7-day free trial, download this build we just dropped today, and play.
Makai says, the problem with this approach is that then they get the game for free, essentially. And you're right, Makai. I agree with you about that. And it could be that we do this and we decide to turn it off. I think probably what the immediate impact is going to be is maybe fewer people will actually initially pay to subscribe because they can get the free version. They can try it out themselves. But we believe in the game, and the hope is that enough people like it that they go ahead and let the subscription go. So hopefully after a week or so of maybe depressed support there, because more people are opting for free, people start to subscribe and we see it pick up. That's kind of the gamble we're taking. We will see if it pays off.
Yeah, and you know what I really want is people who want to help support us and give us money because they believe in the game, they believe in the project, they want to help out. And I think putting in that 7-day free trial won't, you know, if anything, it'll help that. Like, people can get it for free and test it out, but the people who are really dedicated and care and want to give their input, they're going to stick with it and you know, continue to pay.
Drench asks, is it free? Yeah, we were just talking about that. We literally just turned on the free option on our Patreon. If you follow the Patreon link in our bio, you'll see that it's a subscription-based thing where you can support us over time for $5 a month, but we just added a free trial period. Is it a 7-day free trial period, Joe?
Yeah, 7-day free trial period, yeah.
So you could join the Patreon, download the build that we've got, see what it feels like, and after 7 days, decide if, you know, you want to support this indie effort. If you want to support us, let it go. And a little bit of each month, you'll get all the builds we do for the entire time you're subscribed. And you'll always get the new trails we add, which we do all the time, and the new graphics updates, which are kind of coming in hot right now.
Someone in chat, Chase, I think, plan on adding water. And while we haven't worked a lot on the water, yes, we'll have water. You can see there's a bunch of rivers and streams that go down. This will be a lake, and then this whole place will be kind of on an island. So we do plan to have water and waterfalls and hidden trails behind waterfalls and all kinds of fun stuff like that. Yes.
No, the game is called Cranked. Turbo Egg wants to know if we have any fun skins or unique bikes. Well, we think we have one of the most unique bikes in the world in the game already, the Frameworks downhill bike, which is one of the most badass bikes there is, in my view. I just sit there and watch videos of this thing, Joe. I don't know if are there any videos of people really shredding on Frameworks bikes at this point that I've not watched. Every night I watch this stuff. It's crazy. But yeah, that's our first unique bike. Really cool, real world bike, obviously. And we would like to do more eventually, but we're so early right now. We're not to that point yet. Eventually.
What are my settings? If you're on TikTok, put it in full screen mode, and here's all my settings. I'll leave this up for a few minutes, for like 30 seconds or a minute. So put it in full screen mode. And there you go. Take a screenshot maybe, and you get all my settings. I've been tweaking the cameras a little bit because we just got new cameras in. So, you know, I like a lower FOV than some people. I think like 120 is my top. I don't usually go above that. Some of these guys really like to crank it all the way up to like 140 or something, but I think it starts looking weird.
Will Hawk said he was so locked on their new trail model ships he thought he missed class, but then he realized he doesn't even have class today.
Hopefully you got the
shredding them,
settings
man.
by then. If not, let me know and I can pop them up again. Once we get outfits, will it be full outfits or will you build a mix and match? You'll build a mix and match, so I want it to be... I don't know, let's talk about it. I want it to be head like helmet. We're going to require you to have a helmet on. No one rides mountain bikes downhill without a helmet. So, you know, this hat option right now is temporary. It'll be helmet, different choices, full face, open face, blah, 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 different types. What's tilt factor? Let me answer this first and I'll get the tilt factor. Then shirt will be an option, whether it's like long sleeve, short sleeve, whatever. Gloves on or off, different types of gloves, pants or shorts, so the bottoms. The shoes, maybe socks as an option. Goggles or eyewear, so like sunglasses, goggles. Did I miss anything? So you'll be able to mix and match all that stuff. So you could put a jersey from one thing, pants from another thing, shorts from what, you know, like it doesn't matter. Tilt factor, let me go demonstrate what tilt factor is. How could I demonstrate for you? Let's do it right here. So I right now have a tilt factor on of 0, and watch the horizon as I just do like a crazy tilted turn. See how the horizon's pretty level? Now if I go in here and turn tilt factor to 1, and I do that same kind of crazy turn, look at the horizon now and see how the horizon's no longer level. The camera's tilting. I know this is a ridiculous turn and I shouldn't be able to even do this, but just, you know, you get the point. So what tilt factor does is allows, if you put it to 0, the camera's staying kind of level with the horizon and the bike can tilt underneath the camera.
I want to do a quick rundown on the TikTok side of things when it's a good time, Joe.
Yeah.
I just want to thank, first of all, Theo Blackburn for following us here. Much appreciate you showing up. And Mason, who seems to be stoked on the game, says, this is sick. It's going to be lit. He followed us as well. I really appreciate that, Mason. And then I saw another follow a second ago. I want to make sure I don't miss this call out. Kiko followed us, which we much appreciate. And VVB Mike followed us. Got a bunch of follows. Great. It's Josiah, I think is what that is. Thank you for the follow, all of you guys. I just missed a heart, it looks like, or a flower.
That was fast. No, get in
Oh,
there.
Levi,
Get in there.
Marco sent 3 roses. Thank you, Levi. I missed that. I'm sorry I missed that before. Thank you for that.
43. Oh, that wouldn't have been better anyway, but it fell fast.
Yeah. Noah asks, is it free? You can subscribe to us on Patreon in order to play this game. It's $5 a month, but we just added a 7-day free trial. So if you go to the Patreon, I don't know how long we'll do this. We just kind of decided on the fly to do it. So, you know, if after a couple of days it looks like it was a mistake, we'll turn off the free trial. We'll have to see. But for now, you can go to our Patreon. The link is in the bio, and sign up for the free trial, and you can play right now. And just make sure you cancel before if you don't want the subscription to recur.
I got a question about how did we solve the arm thing. So I want to kind of show you.
What's up, Ribeye?
If I stretch the camera settings to the extremes, first of all, let me recap what we're talking about here. If you guys are new and you haven't seen the old versions, the old version of the game had the rider's arms chopped like at the elbow, pretty much. The arms are just chopped off. And a lot of people didn't like that, and it was just a temporary thing. The reason for it is because we want to allow players to move around the camera. So you can see we've got tons of camera settings. You could change FOV, you could change your camera height, you could change it forward and backward, all kinds of different things. And we like that because the camera changes how the game feels drastically, and everyone likes it a little different, and we didn't want to just have one camera setting like Descenders. It's like, okay, you're in first person, you can't adjust it. We want it to be adjustable like an MX Bikes. So it makes it hard to make it super adjustable and move the camera around when the body gets in the way. So like right now, the camera's really inside the body, but we are actually hiding the body. So if you look at my shadow, because this is a bug right now, you can see my shadow is just arms and legs. There's no torso. Eventually the shadow will have a torso. But right now, the way we're getting away with this is Maggie made a version of the model that is just arms up to the shoulders and they fade out. You can see it faded right there. And same with the legs. So like the legs kind of fade out at the hip, which you can't see. So this allows us to move the camera around, let players customize the camera how they want it, but now we still have, you know, pretty good arms. So this is the most drastic camera setting you can get to, and you can see it looks a little weird at times. You could like see the shoulders and stuff, but this is far better than before when the arm was just like kind of like chopped off. So that's how we solved it, was kind of just leaving the arms and the legs, making the torso invisible, so you could still customize the camera, but it looks better than before.
Chill Clinton in the house. I wondered, what's up?
I was here on day 106. It's looking great, man. You've been here for a while.
Almost 100 days then, Black Mazda.
I don't know if I'm gonna get a world record time. I held it for a few hours this time. I felt good about that.
Our new follower Isaac said he would really like a game to outdo Descenders because he loves that game. If you play this game, let us know how it is for you, man. If you give it a shot, like we were saying, you could get a free trial on our Patreon, link in bio right now if you want to try it now for free.
Everybody says sick. It's much better than before. I agree. I think you know, we had a couple meetings about what to do with the camera and the arms and all that stuff, and at one point we thought we were gonna have to just deal with cut off arms because we prefer to have the camera customizable. But once again, Zach and Maggie just whipped up some stuff and made it work. They don't cease to amaze me.
To answer the BMX guy and some other people who are asking about console, we're still in pre-alpha on the PC version. We're on day, did you say 202, Joe? 203?
Yeah, 202, I think.
202 of development of this game. Super early. We're developing in public, so we show everything way earlier than most developers would. We do want to put this on consoles, but it's going to be a little while. We have to get through version 1.0 for PC first. Mason asks, are there going to be any crazy special maps we can load into and hit crazy lines? I'm going to let you answer that one, Joe.
We'll have modding, so I'm sure modders can make crazy maps. Most of the trails in this map are, you know, realistic-ish. There's some stuff that's probably stretching it a little bit. You know, but we want to have fun. So if you guys want some fun, crazy stuff, maybe we hide in some trails that are just wild and silly. I don't know. I'm down. You know, the primary goal for this game is grounded in mountain biking, like authentic to mountain biking, the sport of mountain biking, but keep it fun. You know, it's so people want big, fun, crazy stuff. We'll put in big, fun, crazy stuff.
I thought you missed a marker there.
I thought I did too, but the game said I didn't. But I did hit a tree. So for those of you who have played the new build, probably mostly, yeah, anyone who's played this version we came out today, let me know what you think. I know we've been chatting in Discord and stuff, but you know, the physics and stuff, is it feeling off? Does it feel good? We changed a lot, so it was kind of actually quite a process to try to get it back to feeling how it was in the last build after we added the new rider and a bunch of new things. I did a lot of like having both builds loaded up at the same time and alt tabbing between the two, like do a race, alt tab, do a race, alt tab, do a race, and really trying to like dial in the little differences and really figure out how to make it feel good again. Because for a while with the new rider and stuff, it was a little off. It's crazy because everything affects everything else. Like just changing the camera changes so much. And the new rider has like, you know, different weight distribution and different things. And then all of a sudden you start animating the rider and where the camera's attached. And, you know, you fix one thing and it breaks something else. And it's like, you don't realize it's how much all these systems are connected.
Lots of people are asking for the game name. The game name is called Cranked. You can see it over Joe's picture, over his video.
Oh, if they're on TikTok, they can't.
Oh, okay.
Remember we took away the overlay because it kept banning us. Oh, man, this trail is tough to stay in the lines going fast. Roots still suck. Everything else is feeling good. Yeah, you're right. Roots are still weird. I don't know if we just need Cedric to decrease the size of them or if we need to like work on the physics of roots or what, but I agree that sometimes routes are brutal. You guys should add clothes like mountain bike gloves and helmets, POV. Yeah, for sure we will. Absolutely will. We're actually in talks with a gear brand right now, trying to get some of their stuff in the game. So hopefully we got some real replica gear coming in.
Which I would assume will happen. I think we're actually in talks with 2 different brands right now, Joe.
Yes, you're right. So things are cooking. You know, things take time when there's only one artist, one programmer, one game designer, and one level designer. But we'll get there. We wanted to start with like, you know, just kind of fun, casual style riding clothes. When I ride, I typically ride pretty casual. I used to be the kind of guy who wore the cross-country style race kits and all that. And over the years, I like to look more low-key. So that's kind of why we started with this stuff. Getting it now, dude. Let's go. Thank you.
Let's go. Well, there's not much to lose since it's a free trial now on the Patreon. Anybody can get it for free right now, and if if you just don't like it, then don't renew it.
I am on keyboard. Excuse me, controller, not keyboard. We're probably gonna remove keyboard controls, which we talked about earlier. But you know, I think I only saw one person say don't remove them, which wasn't enough for me to not remove them. Sorry. You're gonna get it when it comes to console. Nice, thank you, appreciate it. You're gonna build that jersey out tomorrow. Maggie sent me a mannequin. Oh, sick, dude, that'd be cool. I can't wait till we get like some base customization in. I went recently to Rad Dog Bikes, took a bunch of pictures and videos for Maggie because I know she said she wanted to get working on the bike shop at some point. And I think once the bike shop is in the game, then we could start implementing some customization because you'll go to the bike shop to customize your rider.
Speaking of bike shops, I got a question for anybody hanging out with us right now. If you are watching and you ride mountain bikes in real life, first of all, let us know that, and let me know what the name of your local bike shop is. I'm gonna jot down 5 local bike shops to check out and have them in my awareness that I didn't know existed before, Joe. That's what my plan is. So,
Nice.
if anybody feels like it, throw out some bike shop names from your area so I can check them out.
Later, Chase. Thanks for hanging, dude.
Later, Chase. Joby has a really good question.
Yeah.
A question about immersion. You want to take that, Joe?
Yeah. Do we have plans to add different sound effects when riding over different surface materials and things like that? Absolutely. We did the very basic sound design stuff in the beginning, kind of just enough to make it to where you're not playing in silence. And this will last us for a while, but eventually we will go deeper into sound stuff. And I definitely want, like if you're going over like some wood bridge or something, I want it to sound like the wood bridge. That's my impression right there. Grass should probably sound a little different than dirt and all those things, and different hub sounds and more nature sounds, animal sounds, all kinds of different things. Like that sound of the tires on a takeoff of like a hard pack jump, like that sound, all kinds of different sounds we're gonna have to get in. I'm on the Patreon. How do I download? So if you go to the main Patreon page, and there's a whole section at the top that says read this first, and if you click in there, there's 3 different posts, and if you look at all 3 of those posts, it'll walk you through how to download it and all that kind of stuff.
Carrick says Blackwater Bikes is a bike shop near me. You don't live near Davis, West Virginia, do you, by chance? But I've written Blackwater Bikes down. If you're talking about the one in Davis, I was just in that shop a couple days ago. And that would also be very cool if that's what you're talking about. Anybody else mention their name of their bike shop? Certainly, some of y'all ride. I know over on the YouTube side. Yeah, there we go. So Will's Berkshire Outfitters. Cool. I'll check that one out. Ormond Beach. The bike shop in Ormond Beach. Gage's Tuna says. All right.
I ride a lot, but injured my leg, so I can't right now. Well, you can ride is a virtual bike if your leg is broken.
Mackay goes to Sprocket Cycles and Tweed Valley Bikes. Sprocket Cycles, good name.
Mason, when you brake, do you slide a little or do you stop really fast? That's one thing actually I want to work on, because right now, let me show you. I'll get over here and I'll hit the brakes and just kind of show you. So here's hitting the brakes. You slide a little, but not a ton. But I want it to where, like, if you're on very steep terrain, like if you're on super steep terrain and you're holding the brakes, like right now I'm holding the brakes and I can just stop. You know, but I think if you're on something this steep like this and you're holding the brakes, you should be slowly sliding down that hill. So there's some work that needs to be done there yet, for sure. But, you know, we're getting there little by little.
I'm a guy who tries. He gets his bikes and stuff from a place called Mortdale Bike Shed. That's a good name. Mortdale Bike
wonky.
Shed. I love these little local shops, man.
Yep. Try skate? Yeah, I've been playing skate. Skate's cool. I dig it. It's a good game. Especially the gameplay. I get overwhelmed with all the challenges and objectives, and there's too many, and they're always changing, and as a completionist type player, it's kind of overwhelming to me. But the core gameplay is cool. Oof. That's close. Is the game coming out soon? If you're on PC, Mac, or Linux, you can play it now, but if you're on console, it'll be a while. You know, 1.0 launch is probably a year and a half away. So it's going to be a year and a half, 2 years, I would say. Make a different avatar. We just made this rider model, and we have another dude that's coming in, but those will be the two. You can customize them, but we don't really plan to make more.
One of our crew just downloaded. Who I would refer to you by name, man, but it's another one of those like no username things on TikTok. I never know what to say, so I'll call you Diamond. It looks like you have a diamond. He says it's already addicting. I've just downloaded it, bro.
Yeah.
This is crazy. Even in pre-alpha, he just got it a few
Dang,
minutes ago,
dude.
and he's.
Thank
That's
you.
the great thing about this game is like you'll know right away if it's for you. I mean, if you start playing this thing and it's not for you, you're gonna know pretty quickly. I think. At least everybody seems to have so far.
Someone asked how long the free trial is. It's 7 days. So, you know, I'm not telling you to do this, but you can just go on there, sign up for the free trial, download this build, and then cancel immediately. And you know, you get to keep this build and play it as long as you want. Like when the trial ends, you don't give the game back. It's still on your computer. You just won't get future updates.
We just got a guy joined the live named I Test Cars. This is like what Joe's going to do if this game doesn't work out or this game works out so well that he doesn't have to work again later in his life. He's just going to test cars for the rest of his life.
I'd be down.
Yes, he would.
But yeah, he just said he didn't get the free trial because he trusts this game to keep me having fun for a while. So appreciate that.
Oh, cool.
That's awesome.
Much appreciated.
And then Wheezy said, a buddy of mine and I race some nights in Discord. Such a fun game. That's kind of how it started for us when we were first making the prototype for this. Like me and, you know, the team kind of working on it, and just some friends of ours, we'd send it to them and we'd just hang out in Discord playing. And I mean, there were some nights where I remember going to Richie's bike shop, letting him play for the first time. He would barely let me even get a run in because he was hogging the controller, but he goes to bed usually early. Like he's not up super late. Like by 9 o'clock, he's usually like, all right, dude, you got to leave. I think I was there till like 2 a.m. or something. Like he could not stop playing. We played for so many hours. He was so into it, and that was so early on. I know
Fabio,
I'm in race
thank you
mode,
for the
but
follow.
I'm kind of just cruising right now.
Period. Thank you for the follow. Anybody who's following us over there, we seem to be getting a lot of follows on TikTok today, so thank you all so much.
Dude, we've already
Makes us
gotten
feel
200 followers today on TikTok. Exactly 200.
We have already.
Yeah, that's huge. That's good. It's great.
It's great. It makes me feel like even if you haven't seen enough to buy into what we're doing yet, if you realize we're only a couple hundred days into this thing and you follow us, at least you're kind of like saying, well, I'm going to check it out and maybe you'll convince us eventually. So that works. I'll take that. Puts a responsibility on us to make somebody feel like they want to actually play it, Joe. I'm down with that.
Going first person, here you go, Luke. This is for you. Throw some big old
We're at
steezers.
10,600. I have a feeling the person who just said you're at 10,600, you guys are good, is going to be hanging with us because he started playing the game already and likes it. Tell me what to call you so when I refer to you, I actually can call you something. I don't know how to do these strange usernames on TikTok. I'm too old, probably.
Oh! Right.
Gage asks, do you have a demo out? We don't yet, but just on this live, we made the decision to turn on a free demo of our Patreon. So if you follow the Patreon link in our bio, you can go to our Patreon and you'll see that you can subscribe to some different options, but there's a free demo available. So you get like 7 days to try it and see what you think. And you can cancel before that 7 days is up if it's not for you.
You love the vibes? What about these vibes? Because this is more or less what the vibes are we want later. Sorry, this might be screwed up for some people.
Yeah, that's more like it. While you're showing this loveliness, Rio says this reminds him of a longboard game he saw a guy making. Do you know what it was? Or do you
Yeah,
have any
was
idea?
it? Hold on, let me look at my Steam because I have it. Where is it? I just played it. It's the sloth driftwood. Talking about driftwood?
Is that what you mean, driftwood? Any input about Matt Jones' mountain bike game Lost in Paradise? Says no. We talked to Matt a while back about a different thing altogether. Didn't work out, but we thought he seemed super cool, and we didn't know he was making a game. He didn't know we were making a game. I mean, I guess anybody making a game probably doesn't love when they find out someone else is releasing one at about the same time. But ultimately, if you're into mountain biking, you got all these games to play and see which one's best for you. And so I think it's a good thing for the market and for mountain bike fans for sure. We're making a game that's more our style, a game the type we like, and I know that's what he's doing too. That's about the input I have into it, I would say, Joe.
Yeah, I would say they're very different. Like the way the physics are designed are incredibly different. So if you try them both, you'll probably get an idea of what kind of player you are. You're more of like canned animation kind of physics vibes, or free physics where you're in full control. Like some people prefer one, some people prefer the other. Just different vibes. It's kind of like, I would compare it, almost like Riders Republic is very animation based, and Descenders is less animation based, or us. So I don't know. They're just different. Rin. All right, you can call him Rin.
Ren, all right, cool. Hi, Ren. Don't get me started. Do not get me started on the high Ren stuff. Although I am a little bit off on the high Ren reaction videos at this point, if I'm honest with you, Joe. I've been watching too much mountain bike stuff. I can't be bothered to watch anything else if it doesn't help me. If it's not about mountain biking, pretty much.
Yep. Same. I watch so much mountain biking stuff. Mountain biking and photography.
I see Julian responded to somebody and said, if they don't see this, I'll pass the word on, but I'm trying to see what we may have missed. Oh.
Yeah, we hope to add a dirt jumper in the future. For sure would love that. Especially one, like, we've got an idea on how to add tricks, like a whole animated trick system and stuff. And my plan is that when we add in tricks, it's the same time we add in the dirt jumper. Anyone here into photography? I'm going to do a shameless plug. You can check out my YouTube channel, which I have abandoned since we started Crank, but I will get back into it eventually. Joe Welch Photography, if any photographers out there want to see my work. For those of you saying it looks like Descenders, this is all work in progress, like 200 days in. This art style is a work in progress preview that Maggie showed us recently. So it'll look a lot different, which ends up looking nothing like Descenders. Also feels nothing like Descenders. A lot of people here in chat have probably played both and could maybe weigh in. But there's a quick preview of the art direction that we're headed. Are we on time, Brian? You're still good? What else? Joe, check the boards. Did you guys beat me again on something? Where are we at?
Ah, okay, I got you, Julian.
7th. Stunner. First on Lakeside. Lakeside is fun. I think that's gonna be a really good one for that event we're having this next week.
Lucas says he loves this stream. Thanks, man, because we're new to this stuff, man. We don't know what we're doing. We're just winging it. But we do take the same approach to the stream as we do everything else. Just be authentic and honest and let that be enough. And if it works out, it works out. If not, we better figure something else out. That is the approach.
I'm going to go back to playing my favorite trail in the game. This one is not a new trail, but we've got a lot of new other things in the game. And I want to see how this trail feels now with all these other things. So
Clip says, did the game come out yet? Y'all been dragging this for 6 months now. I'm guessing maybe you haven't actually heard what we were saying. We've been developing for 202 days now. It's going to take us, it takes a little bit more than that to make a full-fledged video game, but we just kind of made the decision to develop a thing in the open. So it's going to be a while until it's like officially released, but you can support on Patreon if you want and play it right now. So it's been out that whole time, playable that whole time via our Patreon. And there is a free trial on Patreon right now. So you can technically try this right now for free if you want to see what it's like. Just follow the link in the bio. But yeah, most devs don't really talk about everything they do right from the beginning. So that's probably why you've been seeing us. And you can come back in 6 months and the game still won't be fully released because we're developing it in the open.
But look, dude, Clip just said it's a bike game, bro. It shouldn't take that long, Brian. Come on. Like, get it out already. What are you waiting on? I challenge you to go make a game. See how long it takes. So much to it.
I mean, it's available to play right now.
Yeah.
It's out right now.
But, we want to... There's no core loop. There's no challenges. There's no chair lifts. We don't even have customization in the game. Multiplayer has not been added yet. Modding hasn't been added. Our rank competitive mode. Tricks haven't been added. Different bike types. The list goes on. So those are all the kind of things we want, the community wants, and those things take time.
Raphael asks, can you build your own trails? Again, we're in pre-alpha at this point, so we don't have modding in the game, but we will have modding. I think we start modding in the alpha phase is when we start to lay the foundation of modding, our modding system into it. User-created tracks and worlds is going to be a core pillar of this game. It's super important. It's been important since Joe originally told me about this dream he had to make this game years ago, so for sure.
Milk's got a good question, and this is the trail that I think represents it the best. But have you guys focused on physics when riding tech? I feel like Descenders lacks in that area. I think every mountain bike game lacks in that area, and that was a big reason I wanted to make Cranked in the first place. Is I thought most of the mountain bike games out there, I mean, really all of them, you're always riding on smooth terrain. The tech stuff just doesn't work, and we wanted to create a physics engine that works on that tech stuff. So, like I said, this is a work in progress, and there's times when I probably should be crashing, and I'm not still. But you can see I can ride over rocks, roots, all kinds of tech stuff, and it actually feels pretty good.
Oliver is asking if it'll ever be on Xbox. That's the plan. We plan to finish PC version 1.0 first, and then to focus on consoles after that.
Hodge says, get this all made in a weekend. I believe in you. I'll get on it, dude. Oh, that tree. You should make realistic crashes where your bike could get messed up in the handle. Yeah, I definitely want to make more interesting crashes. Like, I want you to kind of get tangled up in the bike. I want, like, your wheel to be able to taco if you case something, or, like, your frame to snap if you really overjump something and land flat. I'd love to have, like, cooler crashes. But as far as, like, the physics of the crashes, like, you see me doing stuff like this and not crashing, which is unrealistic. But we've kind of taken the decision that we kind of like when it's super forgiving. It makes it a lot easier to play, but those kind of poor landings will slow you down anyway, because it typically means you're taking a horrible line. So the crash detection is pretty forgiving. It's still a work in progress, though. But, that's one area of the game that's not super realistic, is crashing. We have different bikes, colors, and stuff. Yes. Right now we just have the one bike, but we do have plans to have different bike classes, like downhill, enduro, trail. And there'll be different types in each category, brands, colors, all that good stuff.
Just want to show a quick appreciation, Joe, to a few people who are following us on TikTok, where our followers have been kind of popping off today, if I'm honest, man. It's been a good day.
They are.
So over on TikTok side of things, because I feel like I can say that without YouTube getting worried about it. Josh, Bodie, thank you guys so much for following us over there. Period. I'm going to call you Period because that's all I see in your username. Thank you for following us. If y'all haven't followed us yet and you're just kind of stumbling on, please consider it. We're indie devs, 202 days into development of our mountain bike game Cranked. We are developing it in public. We released this game kind of very soon after we had a playable demo. A playable prototype, rather. We released the game in public. We started a Patreon. You can support us on Patreon now if you want to. There's a link in our bio, and you can play the game right now. Today, we turned on a free trial, rather, of our Patreon. So you could even just sign up for the free trial if you want to try it, see what you think. play it right now. It'll answer the questions anybody's asking. How is this different from other games? It doesn't feel like any other mountain bike game. When you play it, I think you'll see that.
Yeah. So the person who just asked, is it more similar to Mavericks or Descenders? I would say it's not really similar to either.
Yeah, it's quite different. But you could hit that Patreon link in our bio and go get the free trial and try it for yourself and see what you think.
If I had to pick one that it was more similar to, I would say Descenders. But it's still not really similar to Descenders in my opinion.
Matt says, make a difficulty setting for people that want it more realistic. And I know there's been some discussion about this.
Here's the deal is like we're a team of 4 people, one person in each kind of department of, one programmer, one artist, a level designer, and myself as the game designer. So making like a hardcore mode or different, that's all, all of a sudden now you're basically doubling the amount of work when it comes to physics and other things. Also now you've got to make 2 sets of leaderboards because now you've got leaderboards for the people in the hardcore mode and the casual mode. And, the more you think about it and you kind of think about all the details that go along with that, the bigger it gets and out of control. And it's just like, it's not something we could do for this game at this time. Maybe in the future, it's something we look at when the team's a little bigger or something. But for now, we're just going to kind of dial in what we think feels good, as well as, basing off the opinions we get from all the people on Patreon playing it, and start there.
Look at Remix says, just saw the WV shirt, needs to get the WV downhill jersey out for this game. I want to see a picture of that, man. Where are you? Remix, let me know where you are. I'm in Morgantown going to the Backyard Brawl WV Pit basketball game tonight and cannot wait. Super pumped.
I want to shave that rock.
Nice.
Does anyone have like a grinder I can just get up there and like carve a chunk of that rock out?
I'm going to talk to Remix real quick, Joe, because he's here. He's actually in Morgantown. Hey, Remix, do you know about our party on Monday at Pathfinder? We're having a play party on Monday. Joe and I will be at Pathfinder all day Monday from open to close. That's like 10 to 6 that day. We're going to set up some machines so you can come play. And then from 7 to 10 that night at Pathfinder, we're having a party. BYOB, free. There's no entry fee or anything. Just come down, play the game. We're going to have a race. There'll be qualifying, and the finalists will race at the end and hanging out with the mountain bike community. So maybe that's how you know about us. I don't know. But if you just happen to stumble into this TikTok and happen to be from Morgantown and didn't know a party was happening Monday, I would like to cordially invite you.
Yeah, run down chat if there's anything else, Brian.
Nice. Dude, Remix literally stumbled in. He's from Morgantown.
That's crazy. Is he on TikTok?
Are you do you mountain bike as well, Remix? And if so, do you know like Guy Conger from Pathfinder and the crew from down at that shop as well? That's super cool, man. I hope you come to the thing on Monday and introduce yourself. That'd be really cool.
I failed, but I'm going to keep rolling because I kept restarting. You guys are probably annoying. The first trick
Rin
you
says
should
the
add
first
is
trick.
bar
Yeah,
spins.
you got it. Go ahead. That's
Because they're quite visually satisfying and fun. Yeah, I mean, bar spins would be sick. I think I'm biased, and I'll probably want to add other tricks first, but bar spin is up there. Bar spin, tail whip, tables, on like a BMX or dirt jumper if we had it. I love turn downs. I don't think people are doing huge turn downs on mountain bikes, though, but like I love a no-footed can, mostly because it's the only trick I can do in real life. Supermans would be cool. But when we get to the point of doing tricks, that's very much going to be community based. Like we'll probably have like a survey or a poll and see what the most popular X amount of tricks are, and those are the ones we'll work on first.
I want to take this question from Mark. He says, do you see this game ever curving toward esports aspects and becoming a competitive game? I mean, it's already so competitive. We're literally having a competition at this bike shop on Monday. We made Mad Skills, and we had esports tournaments for the Mad Skills mobile games even. And most people don't do that on mobile games. We did that with mobile games. So we definitely want this game to be super competitive.
We flew 3 times. We flew out the top 12 players in Mad Skills Motocross to Sweden to compete for tens of thousands of dollars in prize money. So we know how to put on a esport event. But my plan and my hope for this game, which is something that would come down the road, is that we can have a replica UCI series. I'd love to partner officially with UCI Downhill Racing, replicate the trails. The week of the real race is the race in the game. You've got all week to practice, and then there's like finals and qualifying and all this kind of stuff, and it's like a ranked competitive mode, and people are put into different divisions based on their skill. You earn championship points based on how you do on the weekly track. And you know, at the end of the season, we award prizes to the top players in the top division and things like that. So I have high hopes and dreams of doing some really cool like ranked modes like that. Hopefully we can get it going at some point. You know, as you can see probably by watching me play and just this whole game, like we're very much into the racing aspect of things, more so than tricks. So I think, you know, a lot of people compare us to Descenders, but if you're more of a trick person, at least for the time being and probably for a while, like Descenders would be a better place to go do tricks because they got all that stuff dialed in and it's fun and flowy and good. But if you're a racing player, you know, Cranked is where you're going to want to be. At some point we'll have tricks and we're going to dial all that stuff in and get to it, but it's going to be a ways down the road. You know.
What's up, Callum? Good to see you. Hey, Tanner Bush, West Virginia in the house. Yeah, man. Let's go Mountaineers on this backyard brawl day. I want to invite you, Tanner, as well, to our party at Pathfinder on High Street in Morgantown, West Virginia on Monday. Joe's coming to town. I live in Morgantown. My son, Julian, who is Cranked intern in the comments, lives in Morgantown. He goes to WVU. And we're having a party on Monday at Pathfinder, play party. Come hang out, play the game. We're going to have a race, competition. Tanner's in Buchanan, so you're close, man. That's an easy drive up on Monday. We'll be at the shop all day during the day, and we'll have a party Monday night at Pathfinder from 7 to 10.
Why are the
I go down your way to fly fish, by the way. I fish down in Shaver's Fork in your neck of the woods.
Why are the arms so skinny? This is the first build with the new rider, so we've got some work to do. I agree. I think the arms are probably a little too skinny. But it also has to do with FOV. If you look at some like crazy FOV real GoPro footage of people, their arms end up looking skinny too. But I agree with you, they look a little too skinny. We need to probably beef them up. Also, she needs like bones and veins. I don't know, like it's too plasticky and Barbie looking, so definitely a work in progress.
Jackson Henn says he lives in Parkersburg, West Virginia. I was born in Parkersburg, West Virginia. And you're also close enough to come to town for our party on Monday. I'm just saying it's not that long of a drive from Parkersburg to Morgantown. Hope you show up. It's cool that West Virginia's in the house today on this backyard brawl
Dude,
day.
that's insane.
Christmas Day in West Virginia, basically.
Can you land in wheelies and manuals? Yeah, that's what I was just trying to show off for you. Let me think of a cool spot where we could go like mess around with that. Where could we go? There's some new wood thing. Where's that new wood thing? Oh, the new trail. Let's go. Let's go here.
Flick, thank you for the follow. Sorry, Joe.
We'll exit race, and we're just going to go down to this wood thing and mess around.
While Joe's doing this, I just want to let everybody know who's hanging out with us who stumbled in on TikTok. If you're not following us already, please consider it. We're self-funded indie effort making this game. We've got roots in Morgantown, West Virginia, and Joe's from Chicago, and we've got another guy on our ownership team from Colorado, and another guy from Sweden. And you know, we come from action sports. We made Mad Skills Motocross and all those mobile games, and now we're making this game, paying for it ourselves, trying to get something special across the finish line. So if you're interested in watching people develop in public and just talk about everything openly and discuss our decisions and really develop a thing in public, follow us maybe, or hit the link in our bio to our Patreon, and you can sign up to subscribe, and there's a free trial now, and you can play the game right now if you want to, see what you think. It's crazy fun already.
Yeah, we eventually hope to add more tricks in the future. Hey guys, I just got the game and I was wondering how can I make my POV look like yours? Yeah, are you talking about first person, the way my first person settings, or do you want, because third person I don't think you can change. So hit X on your controller to change views. But if you want my settings for this, here you go. Put your TikTok stream into full screen mode and you'll be able to see all my settings right now. Put it in full screen mode, take a screenshot, save it for later. There you go.
Another Dalton saying, let's go West Virginia. What's up with my Mountaineers up in the house today? Like, maybe because I'm talking about the
I think
Mountaineers
so.
and we're hitting the algorithm, but I love it because it gives me an opportunity to personally invite you to our play party at Pathfinder in Morgantown on Monday. We'll be at the shop all day Monday. You can come in and play and hang out, and then we're having a party that night with, you know, us, the Pathfinder crew, the West Virginia mountain bike community. We'd really love to see you guys show up. I am Session Syndicate in the comments on TikTok. If you want to you know, if anybody from West Virginia seriously wants to come to the thing, find me on TikTok or on our Discord or whatever and connect, and I'll give you the details and make sure we roll the red carpet out for you. It'd be cool to have some people who stumbled in end up at our party on Monday. That'd be super cool.
I want to go session this trail. Actually, we can race it, but I'm gonna probably just race it in. Not really race. I'll be in race mode, but I'll probably just be goofing off. But yeah,
Cool.
someone keep asking if we're gonna have more tricks. We're gonna add more tricks in the future. Oh, this is the wrong one. Like,
Do we know? Yeah, that's something we really want to do. We have an idea how to do it, but it involves somebody else, and it's nothing. It's just a dream more than anything. We just know that we think animations with tricks can go wrong and can be kind of janky and not so awesome. We want to make sure if we do it right. That's why the first tricks we focused on are just physics based. Is there a demo, Slim is asking? Not yet, there will be. But just today during this live, we turned on the free trial period for our Patreon. If you follow the link in our bio, you could subscribe and hit that free trial thing. And that gives you like 7 days to try the latest build and see if it's for you. So there's a way you can play this, what Joe's playing right now. This build came out today. You can play it now for free if you do get the free trial. Or just go ahead and support us and subscribe if you want. That's even better.
Want to hit some. There's some cool lines down here I want to mess with. This thing's fun. Oh, I screwed that up. Do you guys know when it'll come to console? Jacob, probably, I mean, realistically, probably like 2 years. It'll be a while. We're only 202 days into making this bad boy. Maybe it's a bad girl. I don't know. I just like throwing these like dip threes. I can't stop. Have you ever played MX Bikes? Yeah, we were just talking about MX Bikes a little bit ago. I got like 60 hours in that game. Not a ton. I love MX Bikes. Great game. It's hard. I suck at it.
Flix is asking if this is on Steam. It's not on Steam yet, but you can wishlist us on Steam. And we will have a free demo on Steam we're hoping this winter. But for now, no, just wishlisting. But that's good too, if you want to do that.
I got 2 hours in it, and MTG is going to be fire. Yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see how MTG is. We will see. I tell you what's going to be fire is Hodge's game. LCQ Studios, go give them a follow.
Yeah.
If you want a motocross game that's kind of sim-cadey and maybe not quite as hard as MX Bikes and MTG will be, check out LCQ Studios on social media. They got cool things in the works.
TT asks, are we the developers? Yeah, we're Joe and I are on the ownership team the founding team of this company. So we're some of them, and we were also the developers of Mad Skills Motocross and Mad Skills BMX and all of the Mad Skills mobile games. I'm still involved with that company too, but this is a different company, a different effort altogether.
Are the graphics going to increase at all? Great question. Here you go. This is a work in progress preview that Maggie showed us last week. Still a work in progress, but you can see it's updated compared to where things are now. So this is more the direction we're headed.
Brevin loves Mad Skills BMX. Sweet. I'm glad, man. It's fun.
Go back to playing, but there's a little preview. I'm just kind of having some fun on this trail. That's a bunch of jumps. I just want to kind of free ride a little bit. Is it mobile? No, not mobile. No plans for mobile. I would say try to get better air physics like Descenders. Yeah, we definitely... The air physics are good, I think. The air animations and like the movement of the rider and stuff in the air is less good. So I think that once we kind of dial in the way the bike and rider look and more separation, especially for things like whips. Like, let me throw a whip on here. You could see... You know, the body's turning too much together with the bike and needs to, you know, when you kind of whip, you kind of throw the bike underneath you and your torso is attempting to stay kind of on the path of travel. So things like that need to change, which I think will make the make it feel better.
Gage, man. Gage just said something I hadn't really thought of. It's fun to think. He says, imagine what this game's going to look like in 202 more days. If we did this
Yeah.
in 202, give us 202 more and let's see where we are. I can
404.
tell you one thing, Gage. We're going to give it hell, man. We're going to give it everything we have to make it as good as we can. That's for sure.
Errol Koss. Probably said that wrong. Yeah, this update dropped today, right before the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Little Rob, better
Rob's-
graphics.
yeah.
Did you see the preview we just showed like a minute ago? Maybe not, maybe you didn't.
Probably not. Normally on TikTok, people come in and just say the very first thing that comes to mind, I think.
Let me show you in a second after I throw whatever this is going to be.
Thank you. Says we've
There you
done a
go.
great job for 200 days. Appreciate it.
Here's a preview of kind of where the graphics are headed. So they'll shape up. That's still a work in progress. Maggie did that last week. She made that little video for us, a little preview.
I don't know if there are moth nests, but I think there's a moth nest around there, if there are such a thing as moth nests.
They're butterflies, dude. Get out of here. Don't insult the butterflies. Calling them moths. Some moths are actually really pretty. We've got these huge ones here. They're like the size of a bird. They're actually really cool looking. Wow, gotta say, I keep seeing you guys pop up on me for my page every time I keep seeing the game. Pop up on my game's called Cranked. More blues would be tough. More blues would be tough. Are we talking to me? It's going to be fun to watch when multiple people are racing. Yeah, you know, and the plan isn't necessarily to have racing multiple people on the same trail at the same time. We will have multiplayer, so you can absolutely get on trails with your friends and like run trains down the trails like you would in real life. But we won't probably, at least to start, have race modes that are multiple people racing at the same time. It's more downhill style, like time attack, where it's one person on the trail at a time, going for your best time. But I can't wait for multiplayer. You know how much fun this is going to be when I can just like be doing this, but Brian's in front of me riding
wait.
too.
And Joe has a super, well, chances are I won't be in front of you riding, but you have a pretty good idea that's going to allow me to ride with you when we have multiplayer, even though I'm not fast enough to ride with you. We haven't talked about that in a while. You still thinking you might want to pursue that one day, Joe? And if so, why don't you describe what you're thinking?
You're talking about like fast travel to your friends and stuff?
Yeah, you had this idea that like I could be following you, but then if you lose me or I crash or whatever, I can kind of fast travel and get right on your tail again, and that way I can keep, like, you don't have to try to slow down for me. I'll be able to catch up to you even if I can't quite do it.
Exactly. Like, you know, some games I get annoyed when I'm playing with friends and I lose my friends and it's hard to find them. Skate does a pretty good job. You can like hit a button and skate and or go into the menu and like fast travel. But I want it to be one quick button on the controller. And like if you crash and then your buddy's way ahead of you, you just hit that button and it kind of just spawns you behind him in motion and like on the trail ready to go. So you can just get right back into the flow of things with not missing a second. Oh man, I keep messing up these dip threes. I wonder if the physics changed a little. You should build a map, a builder mode. We would love to, and that's kind of a dream of ours. Like we're gonna do modding for sure, but hopefully the game takes off and is successful. And if we've got the money and the funds, we absolutely want to make a trail building mode where we can just release like mountains to you guys, and you guys get in there and carve your own trails out of them. I think that'd be sick.
Aaron thinks moth can be very cool.
I agree. They
I
can
tend to agree. So I don't know where all the hate for moth came whenever I like dared to confuse a butterfly for a moth a minute ago.
Yeah, well, it felt rude to me.
When in doubt, my moral compass is Aaron.
Yeah.
So if I need to know if something's okay or not, I'm just going to ask Aaron because she's never said anything I considered unreasonable in my life.
Oh, that's cool. You guys, have we ever seen this before? I haven't. I'm into it. I don't know. Kind of want to just leave it here for a while.
Can you bust out the drone now?
I wish I had controls of my... I can't. I wish I had control of my legs with the stick still, and I could just be like shaking my legs right now.
Make your own park, i.e. Lucky Charms. I also love Lucky Charms. Haven't had them in a long time, but it's a fantastic breakfast cereal if we're talking the sugary stuff. He says, or she, whatever. Make your own bike park eventually. That would come in the form of modding, which will be a big part of this game. Joe, I guess if there's ever a track builder and not modding, I'm going to assume there would have to be a world on which people can build those tracks, and they couldn't actually build their own world with a bike, with a track builder.
Yeah,
Am I right
that's
about
why
that?
I've always said, like, we'll just release the mountain. Like, we'll release
Yeah,
a
right.
base mountain and people get in there and carve trails.
DR Cooper, thank you for the follow. And Mateo, thank you for the follow. Ginge for the follow. We got so many follows today. It's awesome. It's been a really good day on TikTok today.
And Patreon, a few new Patreon members. So thanks to you guys for joining.
If y'all are just stumbling in, we're developing this thing in public. 202 days into development. We're still pre-alpha, so it's early. The graphics are a work in progress. We showed the direction we're going in with the environment a little bit ago, and we'll show it again in a while. But you can follow us here if you want to keep up with what we're doing. You can support us on Patreon and Play right now. And we actually added a free trial today, as of today. We don't know how long we'll keep it live. We're just going to test and see how it goes. But for now, you could go to our Patreon, link in bio, and get the free trial and play the game right now for free. See what you think.
Try to get a race run
PC,
here.
Mac, Linux. Developed in Unity, Kyle. Like our games Mad Skills Motocross and BMX, we did all those. We did the first Mad Skills Motocross, and I don't even know what was available in those days. It was like 2010.
Isn't it like a Java game or something?
Yeah, something. But when we made Mad Skills Motocross 2 is when we committed to move into Unity. And the reason we committed, my memory, the main reason is because we could develop once and release on iOS and Android. Because initially the Mad Skills games were not on Android. It wasn't, I think, until Mad Skills Motocross 2 was released that we actually hit Android. And that was after we moved to Unity.
I haven't done the Patreon post yet today, like I said earlier, because I was busy. But I'll be interested to see when I do make the Patreon post. If we get more paid Patreon members then, because we have so many free Patreon members, they get notified. Maybe they just sit around waiting for the next big update. Because whenever we do build updates like this, new best time. We always get, like, our best days on Patreon are always the days we release a new build. So
Nice. Slim is downloading right now. Thanks, Slim. Let us know what you think, man. Hopefully we convince you it's a project worth backing. It's up to us to do that. So
improved a
let us know what you
little,
think.
but I don't think I actually moved up the board. So a 47.9 to a 47.7. No, I did not move up the board, but we improved. Let's try again.
Hayden says, looks sweet. Thanks, brother. Appreciate it, man. You can play it right now. Support us on Patreon, link in bio, and you can get the free demo if that's your preference. The way to, or not free demo, but free trial to our Patreon. You can download this new build that just came out today. You can download it right now if you want to try it and see. And anybody feels like this is different than the other games, or you think it's, I saw one person mention another game and said how much better it was. I mean, you probably haven't, the other games you've played, you probably didn't even see them when they had been alive for 202 days. We're just showing stuff early because that's the way we're developing this game in public. But the proof's in them playing it, man. So download it and play it if you want to and see what you think. Then you'll know if it's for you or not.
When you add tricks, can you make the tail whips realistic? Yeah, can you explain, like, how would you like a realistic tail whip? Just curious, your thoughts. Just so I can know.
Corinne, thank you for the follow.
You can play keyboard or controller, but I think we might be removing keyboard controls in the future. So it's mostly meant for controller, but at this point in time, you can play both.
Mateo asked if it'll be on PS5. Eventually, that's the plan, but we'll get to PC first before we think about the consoles too much. Bandoa, thank you for the follow.
Too big of a whip, and then I missed the marker.
Garrett asks how to buy. It's still in pre-alpha, but we are developing in public, and you can play as we go. If you support us on Patreon, you can play. The link is in our bio, and today we just added a free trial period for people who we're not sure if we'll keep it. We're just going to test it and see how it goes. But at least right now, you can get a free trial of our Patreon and play it right now if you want.
Hook up with Mash Gaming for the whips. Yeah, dude, BMX Streets is legit. It's good stuff. I want to hook up with a different creator who also makes amazing action sports games, I think. So more about that later if we can pull it off.
Simon, Colin, Danny, thank you guys for the follow. Dior, thank you for the follow. Mateo, thank you for the follow. And Ginge.
You will always
I think
support
we
cycling
could
related
break
games.
records of how many follows we managed to pull off in one live today. Joe. I
We're
think it's
close.
possible.
I think we're getting close.
Hayden says he will always support cycling-related games. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I'm with you. I just bought, I don't know, a month ago about Wheel World. I think it was called Wheel World. Little indie game by Annapurna Interactive. And I thought that was super fun. So if you're into another cycling game, if you haven't tried that one, check it out.
Insanity followed. Thank you very much. Bob says, if I buy on Patreon, will I get to keep it forever? If you accumulate a total spend of $50 on Patreon over time, you'll get a key for the final game.
But you still get to keep whatever you downloaded forever.
Oh, yeah, that was the next part. Any builds that you get during the time that you have subscribed, this counts for the free demo too, so the free trial as well. If you sign up for a Patreon right now and you just do the free trial for 7 days, you'll get to keep this build basically, because we won't have another build in the next 7 days, I don't think.
Yeah.
If you let that extend to a full month, you'll get all the builds that we release in the course of a month, and you'll get to keep those forever. But then you'll get a key for the final game if you accumulate a total spend on Patreon of $50. It's just a way that you can support creators who are self-funding like we are, because we don't have a publisher giving us a bunch of money. We didn't want stakeholders. We tried to get a publisher, it didn't work out, and then in the end, we felt like not having stakeholders was the way to go anyway. Nice job, Joe.
Moving on up a little bit. Hey, Mackay or anyone, or Ribeye, anyone in chat. Can we talk about the lines here? I want to see. What do you guys think is the fast line for this section? Like the double berm thing? I can't figure out if I should come here, like jump off the berm, try to send it deep. I wonder if you could send it deep into this downside. That might be super fast. Or if you ignore the berm, cut the corner sharp, and just kind of jump off this little hump, and then jump it down into here. I don't know. Anyone have any insights yet? Got to scrub off the wood ramp.
Got to scrub off the wood ramp, yeah.
Yeah, problem is scrubs right now, I don't think... Scrubs aren't OP enough. We need to beef up the scrubs and make them better. I feel like when I scrub, it's just slowing me down, but I'll try it. Are you talking about the big wood kicker or like the wood table section?
Garrett asks, how much total money do we need to make this game? Was the total budget originally when we were setting this 1.2 million to make it, Joe? Is that right?
It's changed a bunch depending on kind of what you want to put into it and all these different things, but I think, yeah, it was between like, it depends on the version, and it kind of, you know, at the time we had different budgets because certain publishers have certain amount of funds and blah blah blah, but minimum 500K to like get something out, but on the high end it was going to be like, yeah, 1.5 maybe million, something like that.
And I think we're spending 25 to 30,000 a month right now. Isn't that accurate?
Yes.
Making games ain't cheap, folks.
You know, we're making about 3,000 to 3,500 on Patreon every month so far, which is, you know, is decent, but it's about 1/10 of our burn rate every month. So that's why a lot of times we're pushing the Patreon, just trying to get more people to support us, back us if you're into this kind of game.
Khan says no hate, but this game looks extremely similar to Descendants, and I think he means Descenders. Again, we're on day 202, so you're seeing so much placeholder art still. We're just developing it in public, so you're seeing it very, very early. So, you know, consider following us and you'll see how it's developing. In a little while, Joe will show a graphic, a video that kind of demonstrates. Here it is. This gives you an idea of the ultimate look we're going for.
I'll be right back.
And the bike physics are just so different than any other game that exists right now. If you could get the free trial of our Patreon right now. The link's in the bio if you want to play this right now. And I guarantee you, if anybody tries it, I guarantee you, 15 minutes of playtime and you will not think this plays like the other games on the market right now. It just doesn't. And it's a free trial, so if you disagree with me, you can just, you know, no sweat. Don't renew it. Mountain Bike Clips wants to know if it'll be on PS5. That's the goal eventually, yeah. We're still not even into alpha yet on the PC version, but we want to take it to consoles afterward. Joel, thank you for the follow, and Ryan, thank you for the follow. Leighton, yeah, thank you for the follow. And we have an empty username. And Stormtrooper, I like toast. I like toast as well, too. Thank you guys for the follow. MP5, you as well. Always good to see BB King come back into the chat. He's been around for a while.
I'm back. I am back. All right. Guys, we got to hit 300 followers today. We're at 277 right now.
We're at 277. Have we done, did you say you think we've done 300 followers in the live? I don't think you and I have. Maybe you did.
I don't think we have. Let's see.
Sometimes Joe just does these things impromptu by himself, and sometimes he and I do them, and sometimes last week it was Joe and Julian. What's that?
354 has been our record.
Oh, so we may have a tough time hitting that one since I have to go to the Pitt WV basketball game tonight, backyard brawl in Morgantown. Let's go.
I got a potato laptop. Do you think I'll be able to run the final version? Our goal is to make it as accessible as possible, so I hope so. That's part of the reason we're doing stylized graphics as well, is to make it run on lower end stuff. But we'll hopefully have a bunch of different settings so you can turn stuff down.
Philip or Philippe, you can do whatever tricks you can do with physics. We don't have animations in the game yet, but we have legit physics-based whips and scrubs and flips and 360s and all that stuff. So anything you can do with physics, you can do in the game right now. Wheelies. Stoppies to some extent. Will there still be improvements on stoppies, Joe?
I would say they haven't even been touched really. So yes, there's a lot of work to be done on stoppies. Like, I'll show you after the finish line. You can't really modulate them well enough to like hold it, and then the balance is off. So
nice. Danny signed up. Thanks, brother.
You know, like
I saw you followed a little bit ago too, man. Thank you.
It's kind of too abrupt right now. Like, it's too hard to modulate. So we need to make it so that there's more finesse in the trigger pull. So you maybe pull like halfway and it pops it up enough. But yeah, that's a work in progress.
Philip says, so it's a full skill game. It's definitely a skilled game. Joe, I'm going to kind of let you take that, but I'll just say we made Mad Skills Motocross. So if you guys know the mobile game Mad Skills Motocross, you know how we feel about skilled games. Joe, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I mean, the goal for this game was easy to learn, hard to master. So to get down the mountain top to bottom is not super crazy hard. Like, you know, you can hand a controller just about anyone, teach them the controls, and they can do that. But to be fast and competitive and to hit some of the harder trails and hit your lines and dial in everything and understand the physics and all the intricacies and all that kind of stuff definitely takes a lot of skill. I mean, even me, who is developing the game and plays it all the time, I still can't compete with the top guys. Like, they're destroying me all the time. So there's a huge skill gap in this game. Big difference between the top players and you know, the not top players. But we're also designing this game to be fun for everyone. It's not only about racing. There's other things you can do. So even if you're not a fast racer, you can get out here, free ride, find Easter eggs, explore, find hidden trails, whatever. I'll show you guys the first hidden trail. So the way this is going to work when the game releases is the very first chairlift is actually going to take you to about right here. And this is where all the beginner trails are. So this is the first trail people will play. That'll introduce them into... So this first trail will teach them how to pedal, how to brake, how to turn. And it's very mellow, wide, kind of chill. So that's the first trail. Then the next trail for the onboarding will most likely be this trail, which is just about learning more advanced turning skills. And you can see it's just kind of a bunch of switchbacks that go back and forth. Teach the player how to turn sharper. Which way? What is... I want to go... I need to go hit that trail again. Oh, wait. There's a new section I've never hit.
Simon, I'll answer your how much will it cost question in a second.
Anyway, this is the beginner area. So there's all these trails that shoot out from here down. But we are going to hide trails in every section. So here's where the first hidden trail is. You actually have to pedal up the hill. It's not super hidden right now because there's a yellow light beam. But we're going to remove those at some point. So this trail will technically be hidden in the end. But you would have to ride up this hill, kind of explore around, see this rock as kind of a landmark. And, you know, look beyond the rock, and that is where kind of the first hidden trail will be. And like one of the achievements will just be finding this trail and racing it, and boom. So a lot of fun things to be had in this game, not just racing.
So I got the question, how much will it cost? We don't know what the end cost will be. You can subscribe right now to our Patreon, and it's as little as $5 a month. And if you accumulate $50 spend over time, you'll get a key for the game when it releases. The final version of the PC game, it's hard to tell. We think $25 to $35 range maybe, but we'll have to see when we get to that. But right now, if you want to check out the game for free for a little while, we have activated the free trial of our Patreon. There's a link in our bio, and you can actually get a free trial for now anyway, where you can try the game and see what you think, and then you can choose if you want to keep subscribing and supporting us there or not. So for at least for now, there's a way to play for free.
Danny said it's telling me I haven't made a pledge even though I paid for Blue. So what probably happened is you have not connected your itch and your Patreon account together. You need to link them so that they can see that you actually have pledged. I wonder, actually. No, you know what? We've never tried the free trial thing before. And I know itch is weird. This free trial thing might not work. So we might be finding out right now. Did you do the free trial or did you pay? Because if you did the free trial and you connected your itch and your Patreon, I think itch doesn't see the free trial as a paid thing and won't give you the game. So it could be that the free trial on Patreon might not even be an option for us. We didn't even test it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Because what happens is there's also a thing on Patreon called gifts. So, you can gift a Patreon membership to someone and that person pays. So the person pays $5 and gifts it to someone else. But when they give it to the other person, it shows that the other person paid nothing. And then itch won't let them download the game. And then they email me and then I have to manually give them one. So I'm wondering if that's what's happening with the free trial, is that itch sees it as a free trial. You didn't actually pay anything and it won't give it to you. If so, that's dumb. And we'll just have to turn off the free trial and not do it and wait for Steam. But anyway, if you're still here and still having that issue, if that's what's happening, let me know, because then I need to know to turn off the free trial probably.
Hey, Dylan Carver, thank you for the roses, man. Much appreciate the gift. We had another West Virginian up in the house today. Caleb. If you're near Morgantown, come to our party at Pathfinder on Monday, man. It's going to be fun. Play party. We'll have a race there.
How can I connect it? The main page of the Patreon says read here first, and there's a whole video of me walking through every single step. But there's the main link. There's an itch.io link in that section as well. You click on that link, and then if you go into your is it Patreon or itch.io? I think it's itch.io. You go in there and you connect your Patreon account, log into Patreon, it'll connect it. But there's a whole tutorial walkthrough of every step of the way on Patreon at the top. Add suspension to the bike. There is suspension. It's moving.
Levi, the game's called Cranked. If you click on our username up there that says Cranked Mountain Bike Game, you can follow us and keep up with what we've got going on here.
No, there isn't. There isn't suspension. What are you talking about? There is 100% suspension. The other way you can see is if I go in the air, go into drone mode, you can see the suspension is fully extended. Now if I wait till I land and go into drone mode, now you can see the suspension is fully compressed. So you can see there the suspension is moving. There's probably some tweaking and polishing of it to make it better, but it's there, it's working. What
Joe, I'm
gonna
bail soon, man.
Yeah, no, we can finish it up here right now. Let me answer a couple more questions. What determines the price at the end? What makes it more or less? A lot of things go into the price. One of the biggest things that people look at is what are the competitors' games priced at? If all of our competitors are priced at, $35 and we come out at $80, people won't buy it. So that's a big one. How much time and money it took us to make the game. If we made a game in 3 months and it cost us 50 grand, we're probably not going to charge a ton of money. But if this game takes 2 years and $2 million, it'll probably end up costing a little more. So those are kind of the things we look at.
Jammerai, the
it.
game is says the poly look makes the game look so fun and good. We think so too. It's subjective. Some people will be into it, some people won't. But we like the way things are generally looking with the bike and the rider. And when Joe showed the environment we're going toward, I think it's also cozy and cool.
Yeah. The game's called Cranked. It'll be called Cranked. That we're not changing the name of the game, so it is called Cranked. And I think we're going to end the stream there, you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Today we did drop a huge new update on Patreon. So if you're not part of the Patreon, get over there, check it out. But we've got new rider in the game and new animations, new third person, new cameras, new trails, all kinds of new stuff. So if you guys want to get in on the fun, Patreon is $5 a month. We did just put a free trial up, but I'm not sure if it's working. So if anyone has tried the free trial and has gotten it to work, let me know. If it doesn't work, we need to probably turn it off.
Yeah, I want to invite y'all who did the free trial today to come connect with us on Discord afterward. Let us know what's going on so we can kind of make sure you get to try the game one way or the other, and so we can figure out if we should keep it live or not, because if it's not going to work, we need to turn it off. So if any of you would be so kind to hit us up on our Discord, that would be very nice.
Yeah.
Maddox, Joshua, thank you for the follow, guys.
We had 290 followers a stream. Thank you, guys. We almost hit 300. Could we get like a
Newcastle,
real quick follow run here of 10 of you? Maybe bump that thing up to 300. Thanks, Aaron. Aaron over on YouTube says, great stream. Appreciate you hanging out again, as always. And
let's show appreciate these people following and getting us over 300, Joe. I'll hand that over to you.
Oh, man. Where am I
Like Maddox and Josh, you're playing. Maddox and Joshua, thank you guys for the follow. Newcastle for the follow. Noah, Riles followed, trying to get us over 300. Blacker followed. MK Steven followed. That might get us to...
We're at 295.
295.
According to 297.
Steam eventually, Simon. You can wish list on Steam now, though, if you'd like.
All right. Thank you, guys. Brian's going to go enjoy some WVU basketball.
Let's go.
And I'm going to go probably hang out with my wife because she just got home for being gone for a week. So I need to do the Patreon post. I will do that first. And thanks all for hanging out. Thanks for joining Patreon. For those of you who did. Do you have to download the new update, or is it just on there? If you have the itch.io launcher, it'll update for you. If you don't have the itch.io launcher, then you have to like re-download the new version. I just recommend get the itch.io launcher. It keeps it updated for you. I am familiar with MX Bikes and MX Simulator. I've played both. Both great. That's it. Thanks for all the questions. Thanks for hanging out. See you guys next week.
Everybody have a great day. Hayden, you too, man. Thank you for saying have a good day. I hope you do as well. Nice seeing everybody.